Hey, love bugs, what's up? I hope you're having a good morning, noon, night, whenever this video may reach you. Do your girl a favor and hit that subscribe button and click that notification bell so you can get that thing whenever I upload a new video. So today, we are going to continue talking about Halle filing and being granted a restraining order against DDG. DDG's family has come out the woodworks. His fellow streamers have come out. They've spoken out against Halle. We're going to get into some of what his mom had to say. We're going to get into what his brother had to say. His sister, Teetee, his friends, DeShay Frost, and his other friend, Baby Rich, I think that's his name. I don't know exactly. Don't quote me. The one that looked kind of like a dyke in the face. But Halle Bailey has requested sole custody of Halo. We're also going to get into that, which is like, I don't even know. Oh my goodness, like this whole thing is just crazy. I'm waiting for a few of y'all to join me. Oh my goodness, there's been so much going on. Like we have so many things that we need to get into. What's up? Hello, girl too pretty. Hey, Unique. What's up, God's anointed? Hey, Ash. What's going on? Yes. We do have. If you guys want to open up the call lines, then you could start to send some super chats in or whatever to support the channel. All donations are welcome, including Cash Apps. Ash Nicole, my Cash App up there is $JoeCV. Wait, let me see. I'm trying to think of. Hold up. This is crazy. The judge literally the restraining order. Like everyone's been saying, oh, we need everything to come out. We need all of the reports to come out. And I also said that as well, because people have coming out saying that DDG was just defending himself. But of course, that's what his family is going to do. However, I personally, we will get into how I feel about her seeking sole custody of the baby. Before we get into that, let's check out what DDG's enabling mother had to say. I just got to put it out there because his brother also has been dragging his baby mama up and down the streets. Yesterday, his baby mama, Brittany, Dub's baby mama, Brittany, came out and said, Lord, we set the internet on fire yesterday. I don't even know I don't think they plan to simultaneously be going at it with the Pontiac brothers. But that's how that pans out. Dub had allegedly threatened to take away Brittany's car. And so the mother seems to enable her sons. That's my point. The mother seems to coddle her sons, enable her sons, and never really tell her sons when they're doing wrong or try to course correct them. Dub had came out and talked about Brittany and said basically that Brittany tried to fight his mother. The mother never came out and said, Dub is lying. Brittany never tried to fight me. She always just acts like she hears no evil, sees no evil, speak no evil. And I guess I get it. Those are her children. But if your kids are going to lie and say that somebody's trying to fight you, one of their baby mamas is trying to fight you just to slander her and defame her character, I think as a woman, because we are women first. We are women first. You should say, hey, she did not try to fight me. Comes to find out, because Brittany has some of the footage. The mother was stopping Brittany from fighting the girlfriend. And the reason why Brittany, DDG's brother's baby mama, was at the house is because she was still on the lease with Dub because they had lived together. He cheated on Brittany with his current girlfriend. The mother and everybody knew about it. Brittany was fed up. She was like, I don't want to deal with this no more. I'm ready to get the fuck on. And Dub left Woo Wop, which is DDG's baby nephew, left Woo Wop in a house sick with his girlfriend. Brittany did not like that. So she went to the house and was like, let me get my son. Dub called and started making threats, and Dub and the mother lived in the same building, building. So the mother ran downstairs or whatever the case may be, and the mother was trying to stop it. Brittany was not trying to fight the mother. And she said, that's why me and the mother are still cool to this day. But my whole point is that the mother never speaks out against her sons. And I'm not a mom. I don't know what it would be like if I had kids, but I just, as a woman first, if I was a boy mom, I cannot see myself condoning, coddling, and taking up for nor covering from my sons being bandits out in the street against women. I just don't. I have brothers that I love down to the ground. Like Brother Jones is one of my best friend in the whole world. If he was treating women wrong or lying, saying that the women was trying to fight me, trying to slander them, At the very least, I could say nobody tried to fight me. She could use her Twitter fingers to say nobody tried to fight me. She never says anything. But in light of this situation, she came out and she decided to say something. First of all, let me say what's up to my peeps. How y'all doing? Hey, Media New Post. Hey, PJ. Hey, Empress. God's Anointed. Natalie. What's up, D? Hey, Jason. Hey, Travel One. Hey, T Monique. What's going on? So yes, I agree. The mom, yes, some moms have issues with not holding their sons accountable, and we talk about this all the time on the Love Jones Show. How a lot of, especially in the melanin rich community, the Black community, the boys definitely get coddled. The girls get raised. The girls get reprimanded. The girls get held accountable for stuff that they ain't even should be responsible for. And the boys get coddled. The boys get infantilized. The boys are constantly given grace. And the boys don't have that many expectations, nor do their mothers place the same standards on their sons as they do their daughters. It is very unfortunate, but we see it time and time again in our community. I can't speak for other communities. Well, the Latin community, I'm Latin community adjacent because I grew up with Latinos do the same thing with their sons. I don't know what it is, but it's a patriarch society and we live in a very male identified world. So let's share the screen. We're going to head on over to Instagram so I can show y'all what the mother had to come out and say. The mother's name is Tanya, I believe. Yes, Tanya made DDG. So Tanya came out and said, I don't usually comment or say anything on this internet, even with all the negativity, the lies, and hatred towards mine. However, these accusations have me realize that I have been quiet too long. Okay. And then she puts, hello, Jesus, take the wheel. And then, of course, you know, this is Halle Bailey granted restraining order due after accusing DDG of abuse. Rapper required to stop posting and streaming about her and their child. So the mother basically says she's been quiet for too long, but she still ain't saying a motherfucking thing. So I'm still waiting for her to come out and make her grand statement that she's supposed to make, because at the end of the day, she do not hold her sons accountable. And I said this yesterday, and I've been saying this and screaming this from the goddamn rooftop. Exactly, Tiffany. She still ain't saying a motherfucker thing. I've been screaming this from the rooftop. That lady, nobody, DDG has, yes, people around him. Nobody, this is me personally. I do not believe that anybody is really pulling them to the side saying, hey, you got too much dip on your chip. You shouldn't be doing this. You shouldn't be carrying on like this. Because in the report, the restraining order, Halle said that after DDG smashed her head into the steering wheel, allegedly, she drove with him to the family because she didn't feel comfortable to just let him take Halo by himself in whatever agitated or, you know, very aggressive, whatever hostile state he was in. And she said in the reports that she told the family exactly what happened. But the mother ain't nobody come out and say nothing about that. So now they're going to try to paint Halle as the bad guy. It's already happening. They already started the slander campaign. First and foremost, this did not just start. DDG already brought his funky ass to the internet to start a slander campaign against Halle Bailey a few months ago. We've all seen it. He came out, said she wouldn't let him see his son. He pretended like he was talking to an AI version of Halle when it came from the Usher concert. I'm gonna let y'all see that too, which is very weird. And saying, let me see my son. And he came out and made a diss track against her. And he kept saying, oh, I've been made that. Well, according to you, y'all been broke up. So you've been had that diss track in the queue. You've been had that diss track in a cut to use whenever it is that you felt like you needed to. Ruby exposed some years ago. Yes, Creme Brulee. I also saw that, and I have a clip. I have a bunch of clips that we're going to go through tonight, throughout tonight's show. What's up, Vivian? Hey. I have a clip from when he was on the Angela Yee show, Lip Service, or I think it's called Lip Service. And she asked him about that, and he was just like, oh, I mean, you know, well, like he kind of skated around it. He was like, oh, that was just her Twitter was hacked. But that's what everybody says when they're exposed and they try to backtrack and recant what it is that they said. They always say, it was hacked, I was hacked, hackation, it was hacked. Child, ain't nobody hacking it. Like, come on. She wanted to come out and come forward with what she had experienced at the hand of DDG, allegedly. And she said what she said. Now we also have a clip of what DDG saying his red flags were in relationships. We have a lot that we're gonna get into. But yeah, let's get into this. So, like I said, Media New Post, babe, can you do me a favor and write in the Discord? Can you do it and tell them that I'm live? Thank you, boo. If you could do it right quick, if you got a chance. So, shouts out to the neighborhood talk. Halle Bailey wants sole custody of baby Halo and requests court order to prevent child abduction due to DDG's alleged abuse and threats. Says he's hidden Halo before. Oh, wow. Okay. Neighbors, according to court documents obtained by People, Halle Bailey is requesting sole legal and physical custody of her son, whom she shares with ex-boyfriend DDG. She's also asking the court for an order to prevent child abduction, stating that DDG has a history of abusing her, has taken or hidden Halo from her, has threatened to take or hide him again, and has refused to cooperate with her in parenting. In addition, Halle is requesting that DDG be granted only supervised visits with Halo once a week for 6 hours through a professional agency while the child's in Los Angeles. She also wants the court to prevent him from taking Halo outside of Los Angeles County. So I am going to tell you, I do not agree with this. I don't agree with this. I personally, y'all could get mad at me all y'all want. This is a very unpopular opinion. I said it on TikTok and I'm going to say it again. I'm going to stick beside it. I don't believe that he needs supervised visits. I do believe that there needs to be some type of court order in place saying that he cannot take the child out of Los Angeles County. I believe that. I do believe that there needs to be a court order in place with a schedule of visitation. I do believe that there needs to be a mediator in which the baby is dropped off and picked up, to whereas they do not have to interact with each other. There's also an app that I heard of where people that are co-parenting, they go through the app. They don't even have each other's numbers. They go through an app to schedule when the child is going to be picked up and dropped off. And they have a mediator or a middle person to pick the child up and to drop the child off. And there is like a legalized type of facility where the child has to be taken to. And that's when one dropped off and picked up. I do not believe that DDG only deserves to see his son 6 hours a week. That's my opinion. Y'all can argue with your father if you know where he at. I don't quite frankly give a damn. We're all entitled to feel how we feel. Once again, I do believe that there should be a court order saying that he cannot leave, because if she said that he took that baby before and he's afraid and she's afraid, I believe that she should be able to have a tracker on her son by way of a piece of jewelry. Maybe I'm giving too much tea, but I believe that she should have a tracker on the son, like a piece of jewelry, put a tracker in his chain, put a tracker in his baby bag. I believe that she should be able to, have somebody around where she could monitor, and or there could be like something central where she could log into some type of system to physically see him via a monitor whenever she needs to, or maybe at certain times throughout his visitation when he has Halo, she could log on, to be able to see him to ensure that he's okay. I do not believe that he should only have 6 hours to see his son a week. I don't. Now, if he was an imminent or an immediate, like a threat or a danger to Halo, then he should not be able to see him at all. But if he is not a threat to Halo, I do not think that DDG should only be able to see his son for 6 weeks with somebody watching him like a hawk. That's my opinion, and I'm going to stick beside it. Now, I do believe that he should not be able to be around Halle whatsoever. I do not believe that they should be in communication with each other whatsoever. I do not believe that whenever they're picking up the baby and dropping the baby off, that they should be in contact with each other. It should go through some type of mediation. I do believe that even when, Halo starts to go to school, all of that has to get worked out, but there absolutely needs to be some type of court order saying that he cannot leave the county with the baby. There needs to be some type of court order where it's written out, consented, notarized, whatever you got to do. You got these babies, you got him this X amount of days. This is why he did not want to go to court, because he did not want to not be able to stream his child, and he did not want to not be able to not get his child and pull up on her whenever he wanted to. He don't want no type of structure. If he would have listened to all of us, everybody on the internet, when he decided to put his business out there, we said go to court. If he would have went to court and established some type of visitation, then I don't think that this would have even been able to get this far. Because they wouldn't have been in contact with each other. He wouldn't have been feeling like he could just roll up to her house. It would have been, no, you get him on this day through the mediator, pick up, we got a location where you drop him off, pick him up, so on and so forth. That's how I think 6 hours a week is diabolical. I feel like he should at least be able to give him 2 days out of the week. That's how I feel. think DDG should be able to get Halo maybe on the weekend, Saturday through Sunday, Friday through Sunday, and Halle have him the rest of the week. But I don't think that they need to have any type of interaction with each other. That's what I think. He can't be trusted. Men snap. 6 hours a week is too much time, really. Y'all really think this? He's streaming. The courts don't see it that way. If he abused her, he won't take a chance. They won't take a chance with him. Fighting Halle in front of Halo is child abuse. This is true too. I still don't. This is just how I feel. I don't know. I don't think that he should not be able to see his son. I really don't. I don't. That's my opinion. Now, is that me saying that he didn't abuse Halle? Absolutely not. Is that me saying that Halle should get back with him or he should be around Halle? No. Like, I personally feel like because a man got into it with his baby mama a few times and he was a piece of shit baby father, I don't think that that means that he's inherently going to be a terrible father. I don't believe that. I could be wrong. But that's my opinion. All depends on states' laws on abuse. That's true. Where is her mom at? Where her family? They ain't saying nothing. Literally, Halle did what everybody says tell women to do. To go to the authorities. That's what she did. And and people are still getting upset for it. But speaking of, well, her family has not come out and said anything because they're very private, period. But I feel like at some point they might need to. But if she feels like he's going to leave with the son, like that's the only thing. Like if she feels like he's a flight risk, then I think that there needs to be some type of monitoring system, but not like a person hovering over, like he got to sit in a room and only be able to sit there with Halo for 6 hours. Like I don't agree with that. Like I feel like there should be some type of check-in. You know, they're like multi-millionaires. So if he has Halo for 2 days, there could be some type of mediator that can go and check in to make sure that that baby is there, to make sure that Halo is okay. They can literally put things into play to make sure that the baby is okay. That's my personal opinion. Abuse is serious and it escalates. She should take no chances. The mother isn't openly saying anything against Halle because she wants to see her grandchild. By the way, I believe 6 hour thing is temporary because she's afraid that DDG will flee the country. Okay. Her sister needs to call Boosie. Oh my God. Teaching. He looks like a sneaky squirrel. He uses Halo, who doesn't have a voice to lie when the baby is sick. Oh, damn. 2 days. He's streaming every day. But I mean, well, his brother came out and said that he's only streaming every day because he doesn't get to see his son. So speaking of, let's get into what his family and friends had to say about Halle during this time. We are going to head on over to these TikTok streets. So I have some clips. I showed y'all his sister yesterday and what she had to say, but we're going to read because she literally laughed. And I just feel like her response, I don't know what type of response, like, why would you even chuckle? Like, what was that? If you wasn't going to say nothing, you shouldn't just say shit. But to say I've already seen it was very distasteful to me.
I've already seen the TMZ post, and I'm not going to speak on it. So, yeah.
Just bye, come here.
I've already seen.
Okay, so this is the brother, but I want to show DeShay first because DeShay basically said that Halle was in the Illuminati.
Didi used to tell me, nigga, she used to smack the shit out of him on the bed. He chilling. She smacking the shit out of him. Real shit. Bow. You sitting on in his bed. Bow. Like, real shit. That's what I'm saying, bro. Real shit. Like, I'm saying, bro. Like, I'm just saying, bro. Like, he not gonna talk or whatever the fuck he want to say. Whatever, bro. He can say whatever he want or you're not gonna say. But I'm not gonna let people think that my dog is some fucking abuser or some shit, bro. Hell nah. Hell nah. I'm not gonna let no people think my dog an abuser or some shit, bro. Nigga is not no fucking abuser. This nigga do not be putting his hands on women or trying to do that type of shit, bro. Bro. Never. Didi used to tell me, nigga.
So DeShay said that DDG said that Halle used to put her hands on him, is what he said. Now he's about to say that he's in the Illuminati.
If you want to ask me, I think I think Halle's part of the Illuminati. Real shit. You ask me. If you ask me, bro, real shit. So I'm just saying all this shit, bro. Like, that's just not cool, bro. Real shit. And that's what I'm saying. DD didn't sell his soul, so now they trying to get him. I don't care, bro. I know Jay-Z gonna be on my ass after this, and Beyonce. But I don't give a fuck, bro. If the CIA niggas come to my door, then they come knocking on my fucking door. It is what it is, bro. I'm DDG squad, bro. Real shit. They coming for me. It is what it is. I don't even think none of this shit is even fucking true. This shit is.
They saying everything they can't. Now they saying she in the Illuminati. Like, is we serious? Thank you, Quad, for the super sticker. Thank you, baby. Plus there's clips of people putting the baby hitting DDG as a connection with how DDG may or may not have been treating Halle. Oh, I didn't even think about that. It doesn't look good for DDG, and I don't feel bad. He did it to himself. Oh, this whole thing is so unfortunate. I don't like it. I feel really bad about the situation in general. I'm not going to lie. I feel bad about the situation in general. But everyone is saying that the entertainment industry is trying to destroy DDG because he wouldn't sell his soul to the Illuminati. They're saying that Halle is owned by the white elites because she's Disney. They're saying that Halle was beating DDG's ass. They're coming out saying all types of allegations against Halle Bailey. Now, this is the Baby Rich DDG.
They saw that motherfucking Drake co-sign. They said, "Oh fuck no." The motion was just out of the world. They saw that. They was like, "Hold on, what the fuck? Hell no. We gotta do something about this nigga. They just let this shit slide like that." They saw that motherfucking Drake co-sign. They said, "Oh fuck." I know I'm gonna get backlash from this shit, but at the end of the day, man, I don't give a fuck because DDG my brother at the end of the day, you know, and that's a good nigga. You feel me? That's a good nigga. But like I say, bro, I don't even know if I'm gonna say. I don't even know if I want to say it or not. Like the real truth behind this shit, bro. Because mind you, bro, I done been around, nigga. I was there. Like I know what's going on, you know. But it's hard to sit back and let this shit, like, bro, and just watch this shit unravel like this because I know DDG. You feel me? DDG don't do nothing until somebody do something to him first. Look at all the beasts he's been in. Look at all the problems he had. He don't say nothing about nobody or do nothing to nobody unless they do something first. Do y'all remember that time where Ruby had screenshotted DDG posting, DMing her or some shit? Some shit happened for him to do it. You get what I'm saying? And why would he do it?
So now they're painting her out to be a cheater, an abuser, and they're saying that she's in the Illuminati. This is so fucking disgusting. And I saw someone say it, like, this is basically cyberbullying. I don't think that this is going to help his case. His family needs to shut the hell up. And I always say this, and I will maintain it. And I've said this to you all in a vertical live when I was probably sitting up here doing my makeup. Men will never know what it's like to be in a relationship with another man as a woman, even if they're homosexual. Baby Rich, Deshae Frost, none of them know what it's like to be in a romantic relationship with DDG, so they need to shut the fuck up. I cannot stand this. A man is not going to show you his colors the way that he will show a woman that he's sticking his dick in. That's just not how it works. You will never know a man the way that a woman knows him that's intimate with him. You just won't. Thank you again, babe. I also find it funny how all these men have the same vibe energy. It's really telling to me. Women help and continue to hold Halle accountable, that part, but the men do not hold DDG accountable at all. At all. He's automatically always the victim. I've even held Halle accountable a couple times, and I'll be getting dragged. But I'm like, at the end of the day, we see what's going on. She did make her bed, but nobody deserves to get abused. Nobody deserves that. Period. They don't know what DDG is like behind closed doors with a woman. And none of them was there when alleged attack happened when he bashed her head into the steering wheel. Nobody was there. So until any of us see the ring cam footage, we really cannot say what exactly happened that night. We cannot. We were not there.
Halle Bailey claims DDG attacked her. So listen, man. I've been around before while they got into it. I've been around before while they got into it. And like I said before, I don't get into family issues. I stayed the fuck out the way. I done seen them get into it before. And let me put it like this. I'm gonna put it like this. As a man, have you ever been in a situation where a woman is just whooping the man? Matter of fact, fuck that. Let's go ahead and get into it. Halle was beating the fuck out of this nigga. I'm talking about swinging on this nigga. I'm talking about piecing this nigga up. Ha, 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 ha. You feel me? So, are you just, as a nigga, are you just gonna sit there and just hands behind your back? No. Like, what are you gonna do? Stop. Hey. Stop. Hey, stop. Stop. Rosano. Hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? Stop. So, and realistically, bro, and honestly, like, you really can't even prove. You really can't even prove that that is from him. Like, that could be from anything. That could be a rash he has. But, like, let's just say it is, right? Let's just say he did put his hand on her. Like, him grabbing her. What are you supposed to do? Like, you know what I'm saying? What are you supposed to do? If a girl hitting me, guess what I'm gonna do? I'm like, hey, stop. Like, stop doing it. Stop. You feel me? So, check pen. The CIA is outside. So, yeah. So it's like, bro, like, what else niggas supposed to do, bro? Like, that shit is just so crazy to me. Like, Halle Bailey claims DDG attacked.
This is insane. They need to shut up. This is not helping. Like, why are they coming out here? Like,
you said Ruby might have? Listen, let me tell y'all about Ruby. Ruby is the meanest bitch I ever met in my motherfucking life. Ruby is the meanest girl I ever met in my life. Promise you, swear to God she is. She the meanest girl I ever met in my motherfucking life. But y'all can say Ruby said 1, 2, 3 about DDG. But at the same time, guess what? She said out of all my exes, DDG was my favorite motherfucking ex. You said.
they literally out here looking a fucking fool. They do not know this man in an intimate way, and none of them were there when allegedly he was abusing her. They don't know. Somebody said he paid them to do this. No, I feel like this is them sticking beside him and showing up for him and riding with him because he put all of them on. He literally made it a way for all of them to eat. They're all his sons. So his sons is coming out to help their daddy. That's what it's given. Now, if she was putting hands on him, he needs to come out and prove it. Put it out there. Let us see. Because he's a screaming, recording ass, internet ass nigga. It ain't no way in hell Halle was beating his ass up and down the street for the past 3 years and he don't got no proof. As much as he be on the internet. as much as he got a camera out.
I did see that you were accused of being abusive.
Where you see that at?
Now I saw Ruby Rose post, like they said she had like bruises on her arm.
Yeah, nah, that was some. That wasn't nothing.
Okay, so that was
Yeah, that's some shit that
taken out of.
she got like hacked on Twitter or some shit like that, and then it turned into some like.
Okay.
Some, you know
I
what
did see
mean?
she was hacked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Okay, what other things do you think are misconceptions about you?
I don't know. It's just I've been in the blogs a lot about a lot of shit. You know.
Like, tell us what you think is not true.
I don't know. I feel like in the media, especially to like my past relationship, I feel like that kind of like made me look like I'm like a toxic or like a, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'm doing with women. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's like a misconception.
I think a lot of young guys are kind of toxic though, because they're still trying to figure it out. Yeah. I did see that you were accused of being abusive.
Where you see that at?
Now I saw Ruby Rose post, like they said she had like bruises on her arm.
Yeah, nah, that was some. That wasn't nothing.
Okay.
Notice how he said that wasn't nothing and not that wasn't true. Y'all notice that his body language is like, he didn't even say that's not true. I never abused her. He said that wasn't nothing. So he's probably used to doing stuff like that and just thinking it's nothing because it's been normalized. Hey, I don't know. We don't know. We're not gonna know until the fat lady sings. But at the end of the day, like he literally just said, that wasn't nothing. He didn't say I never abused her. That was a lie, because he probably couldn't say that was a lie because it probably wasn't a lie. I'm reaching. How I'm reaching? He said it himself. He literally said that wasn't nothing and said, all right, I'm gonna play it back.
Accused of being abusive.
Where you see that at?
Now I saw Ruby Rose post, like they said she had like bruises on her arm.
Yeah, nah, that was some. That wasn't nothing.
Okay, so that was.
Yeah, that's some shit that
Taken out of.
she got like hacked on Twitter or some shit like that, and then it turned into some like.
Okay.
Some, you know
I
what
did
mean?
see she was hacked.
Yeah. So
Okay, what other things do you think are misconceptions about you?
I don't know. It's just I've been in the blogs a lot about a lot of shit. You know.
Like, tell us what you think is not true.
I don't know. I feel like in the media, especially to like my past relationship, I feel like that kind of like made me look like I'm like a toxic or like a, you know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'm doing with women. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's like a misconception.
I think a lot of young guys are kind of toxic though, because
he said that wasn't nothing. If somebody said, oh, I saw that she was abusive, I'm gonna be like, I'm not abusive. I didn't abuse anybody. So I don't know what the fuck, especially as a man, I would not be like, that wasn't nothing. Like, what type of response is that to somebody saying that you abusive? And I honestly, I'm trying not to be like, I don't know. I'm just trying to take not so like the approach of like just ragging DDG down, because I really would like to see the ring cam footage, and I don't know exactly how I feel about him not being able to have access to Halo. I think that's what's making me kind of like, but I don't think that Halle ever needs to be around him again. So it's not like I'm just out here saying, lock him up, throw him under the jail cell. But at the end of the day, we have to just lay it all out, what we've had presented to us. And that's what I'm trying to do. That's it. So then he did this recently. And this was like, I think last week, because he was on his press tour because he just released his album. And coincidentally, they asked, what's a red flag? And he said, when a woman puts their hands on you. So people saying that he already knew that this was going to come. He's trying to line it up. Or they're saying that this further proves that Halle was beating his ass and he was just defending himself. Which, once again, as much, because people keep using these arguments like, oh, he's always streaming. If he was beating her up, then he would caught her on video. If she was beating his ass, then he have some video footage of it too. So put the footage out. Put the evidence out of her beating you up and down the fucking your mansion. Put it out. Defend yourself. If that's the vibe. I've played videos on my TikTok of Halle saying she's not the sweetest, and I played them on here, and I've gotten dragged for it because I was like, I don't think Halle is like a fucking angel, but I also don't think Halle would just be inflicting violence on anybody. I don't see her just punching DDG in the face, but we don't know these people in real life. We do not know these people, so we don't know if Halle's capable of just punching him in the face. We don't know if DDG's capable of just punching her in the face unprovoked. We don't know them. We only know what we've been presented, and what has been presented so far is that Halle was granted a restraining order. We've seen pictures of Halle with bruises in her arms and a chipped tooth. That's what we've seen so far. Exactly, G-Baby. Cameras everywhere. Halle admitted to being toxic, and so did DDG. And I'm going to play another clip of DDG admitting to being toxic. Stick around. Stick around. I got you. So we're going to play this clip, and then I'm going to play the clip with DDG talking about being toxic. We're going to play it. We getting into it.
Red flag, you're like, yeah, no, it's checkout time. I can't do that. Something that you've learned over the time.
A girl that put her hands on you, can't do that. Ooh. Can't do that. No.
Damn, that was a serious red flag right now. I was thinking maybe somebody that was constantly texting.
Nah, like, I think physical contact, of like course. Fighting and stuff.
You see this red flag, you're like, yeah, no, it's checkout time. I can't do that. Something that you've learned over the time.
Hopefully you all can hear this. They keep playing music in the background, but it has captions on the screen. So let me play this and then just like try to follow along if you can't hear it as well. So he did an interview, and listen to what it is that he's saying. And this is recent. This is all like within the last week and a half or so, because he's been on a press tour.
During time, like maybe, I don't know, you broke up with an ex and she went crazy, or she did something to you, you did something to her.
Yeah, vandalism. Flying in the open. I've vandalized a few things before. You know, I broke a phone or something.
See, he said, I vandalized after breaking up with an ex, and he got into, he said, vandalism. I vandalized a few things before. I broke a phone or something. And this is what was in Halle's report. She said that he threw her phone out the window and said, now catch it, bitch, or find it, bitch. She said that he broke her Ring camera. He's admitting that he vandalizes people's property.
Broke a little TV or something like that.
He said he broke a TV. Let me play it back without interrupting. Nobody's saying it's abuse, but it's corroborating all of the other things that's in her report, because that was also in her report. So y'all can't, let's not do that. This was also in her report. She said he broke her Ring camera and threw her phone out the fucking window. He's admitting to that type of behavior. That's all. That's it.
Like maybe, I don't know, you broke up with an ex and she went crazy, or she did something to you, you did something to her.
Yeah, vandalism. Flying in the open. I've vandalized a few things before. You know, I broke a phone or something. Broke a little TV or something like that. Yeah, so that's the purpose. Anything after that is foul and play.
During time, like maybe.
And he says anything after that is foul on the play. More things will come out. At some point, I feel like the footage is going to come out. I feel like the footage is going to come out. So everybody could just shut the fuck up and we'll be able to see what actually happened. So this is what he did after they came back from Usher's concert, which was a little odd. Like he was pretending to talk to an AI version of her, which was weird.
Where is Halo at?
What do you mean? He's sleeping, he's in bed, RN.
Give me my fucking son back.
What? Why are you acting like this? What have I ever done for you to act like I'm some sort of monster that would keep your son from you?
Because you don't know how to respect me and you disrespect me in public over a fucking Usher concert. Where is my son at? I'm taking my son. Where is Halo at?
He's been doing antagonistic things for a long time. Yeah, we could say, oh, it's this content. Certain things you don't do because it's embarrassing and it's just weird. Once again, I have to give my disclaimer. This makes me sad. I wish that none of this happened. I don't like it. I don't want to be sitting up here reporting on this. I don't.
I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally making me like hella emotional, bro. That's why my brother streams, bro. That's why my brother streams, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro. That's why y'all see my brother on stream until he goes to sleep, and this shit kind of like low key fucking the nigga up, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Wait. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, child. I don't want to be like fucking emotional on camera type shit. I had to put these glasses on, chat. But nigga, the reason why my brother is streaming so much, bro, and y'all see this nigga on that bitch for hours, bro, is because that nigga called me and be like, bro, that shit hurt, bro. Nigga, the reason why my brother is streaming so much, bro, and y'all see this nigga on that bitch for hours, bro, is because that nigga called me and be like, bro, that shit hurt, bro. Nigga, the reason why I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally making me like hella emotional, bro. That's why my brother streams, bro, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro. And y'all see this nigga on that bitch for hours, bro. It's because that nigga called me and be like, that shit hurt, bro. It ain't about how much money this nigga making. It ain't about no popularity. It's like, damn, that nigga just really want to be a dad, bro. And the craziest thing is that nigga ain't even had a chance to be a dad yet, bro. I'm gonna be honest, and this gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally.
This whole situation is really sad. This does not make me feel good.
I seen a post that said that Halo's mom has a restraining order on my brother. And the restraining order is that he can't see Halo or something like that. I don't know what the fuck, like he got a restraining order, can't see Halo. Up until 2 days ago, I had no hate, no misleading, no negative, no blah blah blah, anything in that malicious mindset of Halle. Like I had nothing bad to say about her. I seen a post that said that multimillionaires, that mean that when they have a problem, it's not like what you finna go do. You walk to the court and then the court send a letter to your baby daddy. No, these niggas have powerful lawyers, bro. I don't like powerful lawyers, so that's all I'm saying. I'm just saying that these niggas have powerful lawyers, bro. Like that can say anything. That can say anything. How the fuck do you walk into a courtroom, get a restraining order, and then TMZ find out before my brother find out? That's not fucking normal, y'all. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. That's not normal. How do you go into a courtroom, request a thing, and then TMZ tells you before the person tells you? Multi-millionaires. That mean that when they have a...
Hey, I think I had one. Okay, so let's look at what wait, I got a couple more. Let me show y'all. Y'all know I can't stand DJ fat ass academics, Tom and Jerry ass, but let's listen to what he said.
And remember when I told y'all when DDG got online and he was talking about visitation, and he's like, man, I can't see my kid if I don't ba or I don't ba. And I said, DDG, you want to go to court? And I think he had responded to that. He basically said, no, I don't want to do it. That's where you fucked up, brother. Because you not going to court. These chicks care about their public perception. She dropped the bomb on your ass. You know what she did? Yo, leak these motherfucking pictures, man. That nigga think he popping and streaming now like he don't need me. He's moving on. He doing this, that, and third. Brands are reaching out to it. Man, drop that motherfucking bomb. They released this shit. Remember, they're saying that this is from January. Chat, it is May. She had this in the iCloud as probably under the folder that says, if that nigga ever try me. By the way, here's the thing too. DDG, that's because she probably thought you responded to the Brent Fire shit. So she's like, oh, you trying to play with me? You trying to play with me? I know you ain't trying to play with me, nigga. She said, I know you forgot that I had. This is why sometimes I also tell y'all, men, a lot of times we could clear the air on a lot of things with some of these women, but because of, how public perception is, we got to just take our L. Just take our L. Even if we have a perfectly explainable side, you take the L. You know why? If they lose the PR battle, they get to claim an abuse. Your Fruit Jams in the chat. What up? And remember when I told y'all?
Media Nupo said he think that she was Krishan and she's not. Lachey said he called it with Blueface as well. The unfortunate thing is that we cannot, just because somebody can do something and say, I believe that this is going to happen. I predicted things that were going to happen. I literally saw somebody with some cards shuffling saying exactly the same things that I said in these live streams. It doesn't absolve the person that's accused of being the perpetrator of any wrongdoing. Blueface and Krishan was extremely toxic, but Blueface definitely was beating her ass. Krishan also was fighting him back. Sometimes she would hit him first. The whole thing was just toxic. It doesn't mean that it was okay, just because we could see it coming from a mile away. This is just very, very, very unfortunate. Last week, I was literally like, I hope that they could get back together, because it seemed like, I don't know. I feel like, because I was like, maybe a little bit of time could go by and then maybe they could like come to a common ground. I knew that Halle did not like him being on stream with a bunch of women. I saw that clear as day, that it made her feel some type of way. I knew that he would blow a fucking gasket if he saw her with other men. I saw that clear as day. Now we're seeing in reports that they actually did feel that way. They actually did feel some type of way. They were not in cahoots making content or okay and in agreement with each other, filming with other people. They didn't like that shit. It's so unfortunate. Like, I don't like to see this. It makes me feel sad for baby Halo, because I would love to see him. It would have been beautiful to see them be a family. Like, it would have. But I don't know how they could come back from this. And it's not even about, like, innocent until proven guilty. Like she already was granted a restraining order. So there had to be some type of irrefutable proof saying that he was not safe for her to be around. We just got to be honest about that. Ain't nobody about to get no restraining order just because somebody getting on their nerves or somebody said something they didn't like or somebody did something they didn't want them to do. That's not how the law works. There has to be some type of proof that this person can be a danger to you. Now, I would like to see the ring cam footage. If DDG has some evidence of her starting with him or putting hands on him, he needs to come on with it because this is not looking good for him. Thank you, Kaisha, again for the super sticker. I appreciate you, baby. This is probably the reason he didn't want to bring this to courts. Her lawyers are going to have a field day with as much as DDG puts out. I don't think it don't look good for him at all. It don't. I really don't like this. I don't like this. This is fucked up. It makes me feel bad. I don't think that she should have sole custody. I don't think that he should only be able to see Halo 6 hours a week. And I know a lot of people don't agree with me, and I don't care. I don't agree with that. I don't. This whole thing is just like, but I don't think that he needs to be able to be permitted to be around her. He should not be able to just roll up to her fucking house when he wants to, because that was honestly a major issue. That's why he came out, because he felt like he deserved and reserved the right to have full access to her whenever the fuck he felt like it. Like, my son is there, so now, bitch, I'm going to use this as a power tool. I'm going to use this to control you, and you can't tell me I can't just come up to your house whenever I want to because my son is here. But that's not how it works when you all are no longer in a couple. You cannot just roll up. And the fact that he did that creepy crawling ass shit and went up in her house when nobody was there and took a picture is very fucking creepy. Oh, this whole thing is so unfortunate. DDG confirms he's toxic days before ex Halle Bailey granted a restraining order against him over abuse allegations. This is like, wow.
I like negativity sometimes.
Do you really?
I do. I love it. Because you got to think, like, you watch Spider-Man, right? If it wasn't no Venom, if it wasn't a Green Goblin in it, if it wasn't no fight scenes, I mean, he just hanging out with, what's her name?
Oh,
Mary
that's,
Jane. Mary Jane. If he just hanging out, going on dates with Mary Jane, bro, Spider-Man wouldn't be as big as it is. You need negativity, bro. Like that fuels people. Like, people love negativity. That's just what the world is, especially in this industry. Like, people want to see negativity. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like being the most loved is not good for business, in my opinion.
And I feel like I hear that, right? But at the same time, I feel like that's bullshit.
I like negativity sometimes. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm toxic.
Maybe he toxic.
I like negativity sometimes.
Y'all, this is gonna let me do a refresh on Neighborhood Talk to see if anything else came out about this. I don't even know where to go from here, because she said he bashed her head into the steering wheel and like wrestled her down to the ground and pulled her by her hair, like, and she has pictures of her tooth being chipped. No matter how big or small it is, she has pictures of bruises on her arms. Like, where do we go from there? Where do we go from there? That's the part that's like, damn. Because it would have been one thing if he would just threw her phone or called her a bitch. But physically putting your hands, it's like, how do you come back from that? How do you come back from shit like that? Like, I do not think you can. You cannot be out here putting your hands on people. You just can't. You can't. And if you feel like it's hostile and she put her hands on you before, you should have reported it. The way she went to the authorities, you should have went to the authorities. If she was not letting you see your kids, you should have went to the court and got visitation rights. You did not want to do that because you didn't want to be restricted when it comes to however type of control you have. And now look. Okay, doesn't look like there's any updates here.
I don't want to miss no days streaming. I thought about not streaming, but I'm like, nah, I can't do what the fuck I always tell everybody else.
Wait, I don't know if this is new, but let's show this.
I don't want to miss no days streaming. I thought about not streaming, but I'm like, nah, I can't do what the fuck I always tell everybody else. I always tell people to work through. I know it's a lot of people that's trying to be nosy or something, but you might as well leave. That's what you're here for. Yeah, you might as well get the fuck on.
So he streamed today?
I don't want to be talking yapping. I'm not trying to come on here and get the yapping because I can't. I don't want to miss.
So you're going to deprive your child. You're going to deprive your child of access to his father, as well as strip the black man of his rights as a father to be in his child's life. For what? What's she doing all this for? Because she hurt? Because she feel like she been misused and abused? Or it's a bunch of children, homie, that's being raised in those same conditions. It causes depression. Suicide. It's a whole lot of kids fucked up, homie, because they got a mama like that. That's that whole mama I be talking about. I guess we all do it when we're young. You work.
At this point, DDG, you might as well just go make another baby gang. I ain't gonna lie. We already seen this coming. She requested for full custody. He ain't gonna be able to see his son for only 6 hours at a time the entire week. And he have to be supervised to a company. I'd be damned. But most of these single mothers fail to realize these kids is going to get older. They're going to have questions. They're not going to be the sweet, innocent kid that you see right now that you can treat like a house cat. They're going to have questions, and they're going to resent you for it because he's going to see his father loving him, giving him everything that he ever wanted, literally being the father, and you took it away from him. Point blank, period. You're not going to be with the child's mother after y'all have the kid.
I believe that he took it away from himself because he should have never put hands on her. If this is what is all alleged, he should have never created a hostile environment. Once again, if she was toxic to him, he should have been walked the fuck away. He should have went to court to get visitation and not try to impose and roll up to her fucking house and be up in her crib. He should have let it continue to be through a third party. We're not just gonna blame Halle. Once again, I don't agree with him only being able to see him 6 hours a week. That's personally how I feel. But we're not just going to blame her because he should have took his funky ass to court when he had the opportunity to do so. I hate when men never take accountability. He's also accountable. He's more accountable than her, if you ask me, because she has proof and was able to be granted a restraining order because allegedly he put hands and feet on her. So how about that? How do you think a child is going to feel when he grows up and sees that his mother was getting cyber bullied because his father went up there and was talking all crazy hot popping shit about his mother in their private relationship? I'm not listening to the rest of this fuckery. I was just trying to see if something else came out.
I don't really know where to go with this live, to be honest. You know, it's just a lot of just a bunch of nosy people here that don't give a fuck about me. They just see what they can just be a nosy. So I just don't want to give nobody. I don't really know where to go with this live, to be honest.
Well, I guess he did go live today. I'm not
just
on.
A bunch of nosy people here that don't give a fuck about me. They just.
I think he be going a live stream on Twitch.
Just being nosy, so I just don't.
I'm not on there, so I'm trying to see.
I don't really know where to go with this live, to be honest.
Oh, it's only 2 clips. Oh, it's more clips of his brother. You can see what else. Oh, y'all can't see? Hold up.
Being okay with somebody that she thought that she. So my opinion on this is, it's hard. I think it was hard for Halle to see my brother moving on and being okay with somebody that she thought that she was gonna be with for life and raise his family alone. So my opinion on this is, it's hard.
Did I not say that and got told it was just content? I said that Halle did not like seeing DDG gallivanting up and down the motherfucking internet with all types of Instagram thoughts. I said that multiple times. I said she don't want to see that. She don't like that. That is making her feel some type of way. And I feel like every time they went and did an interview, that's why he would always say, I'm not sleeping with nobody. He kept saying that because he wanted to make Halle feel okay with what he was doing. She didn't like that. I don't think she was ready to move on from him. She was still going through postpartum. She still has some type of faith. Stop, Bambino, you're making too much noise. She still has some type of faith that they would work out and possibly get back together. And I think it just, tension started to rise and build, and things just started to get more and more hostile because neither one of them could control each other. That's what it's given to me.
My brother was pleading to y'all. He was saying it in so many words, like, damn, I miss my son. So now it's virtually impossible for him to get him. My brother was pleading.
I hate when they put this stupid ass music behind it. Like, damn.
That shit hurt, bro. Halo's mom has a restraining order on my brother. And the restraining order is that he can't see Halo. Like, he got a restraining order, he can't see Halo, shit like that. My brother was pleading to y'all. He was saying,
oh my God, this music, I cannot. So I went to this page because it was 2 clips from DDG. He did stream, but that's all that I saw. Like, I didn't see anything else. Let's see. He looked fucking, he looked fucked up. I can't even lie. DDG does not look good. He does not look good.
You know, just still trying to like understand. You know, just trying to get it. I don't know, but yeah. I don't have my mic. I mean, I could plug my mic in, but I'm telling you, I really just, I don't want to miss no days streaming. I thought about not streaming, but I'm like, nah, I can't do what the fuck I always tell everybody else. I always tell people to work through whatever they're going through, and then I was gonna sit here and not, but you know, I'm just still in this hotel chilling and shit, you know. But I don't really know where to go with live, to be honest. You know, it's just a lot of just a bunch of nosy people in here that don't give a fuck about me. They just see they just being nosy. So I just don't want to give nobody no satisfaction or nothing, you know. But it's just, yeah, it's just crazy how life works, bro. It's just crazy. One of these for y'all, though. If you want an Amazon code, forgot to get this away a couple streams ago, so I just get it. I was gonna do like some IRL shit, but I'm like, nah, I'm just get on the laptop, chill for a little bit. I know it's a lot of people that's trying to be nosy or something, but you might as well leave. That's what you're here for.
All right. Jay the architect said this chat is so toxic. Y'all know DDG friend Baby Rich have a video of Halle beating on DDG, right? Well, then he need to put it out. They need to put it out. If they have proof of that Halle was starting fights with him and he was just defending himself, they need to put it out. Well, now it's no time like the present. Put it out. Put it out. She went to the authorities. She did what she had to do. Everybody told DDG go to the authorities. He did not want to do that. Put it out. Put it out. Show it. Thank you again, Quab. I need these low-down fathers to stay the F out this topic. They ain't take care of theirs correctly, so they have no say in somebody else's situation. That part. Thank you, Media New Post. Charleston White is emotionally abusive and cheated on his wife, and he admits doing it, and she knows. Also, DJ Academics, he got a case for raping a woman and a woman getting raped in his vicinity and at his house. So these people ain't in no space to be talking about anybody's situation. He can't talk about her no more. His lawyers would not advise to put it out. They would save it for court. Yeah. DDG older did a video saying she's not, what you say? She's not going to be speaking. Or his older sister, pity party, go get some therapy. I definitely think that he needs to get therapy. I said that. So, I mean, to conclude this video, we didn't really get, I'll open the call lines for a little bit. We didn't really get a lot of super chats. I don't want to argue or debate with anybody. I'm not in the mood for that. You want to call in and speak your piece for like 2 minutes. I'm not even going to interject. You could say whatever it is that you have to say, and then I'm going to get out of here. In conclusion, this situation is very unfortunate. Just last week, I was saying that I actually hope that they would get back together because it seemed like there was something that could be rekindled. And it seemed like once enough time passes, when you have a little bit of tiff in relationships, then you could get over it, you can move forward and work through things. Now I was literally absolutely disgusted and appalled at the fact that she even had to get a restraining order, and the fact that I saw her with bruising, and the fact that he's been calling her all types of bitches and vandalizing her property, breaking her phones, and doing all of that in front of Halo. Like, I think that's disgusting if all of that is true. There has to be some smoke where there's fire, because otherwise she would not have been granted a restraining order. So we don't need to keep fucking saying, if it comes out, some already came out that was able, that made her able to have a restraining order on this man. Now, if she's not completely being honest about things and he has something that could refute all of the allegations against him, he needs to put it out. He needs to go to the authorities. They need to have some type of discovery or something. If Baby Rich got some videos, if he got some footage, put it out, because this is not looking good. I also do not think that he should only be able to see his child for 6 hours a week. I do not think that they should ever see each other. There should not be any type of contact. It should always be through a mediator. And I saw somebody saying that she needs, I can't remember exactly who said it, she needs her family as well. I don't think the mediator needs to be related to either one of them. I don't think it needs to be his mother or her mother. I feel like it needs to be unbiased, mutual party. Somebody that's trusted, reliable, whatever the case may be. I think that baby Halo should be dropped off at a pickup spot and picked up at a pickup spot. I don't think he need to be thinking he could roll up to her house. She don't need to be rolling up to his house or with his family. None of that. Like, I feel like they what they should have done in the first place when he first started crying, saying she wouldn't let him see him, they should have went through the courts and set up a visitation, a schedule. And I know it has to be hard because they're like celebrities and their schedules don't permit for them to be exactly where they need to be. But work it out. Work around your baby. That's it. Dumb goofy squad. I don't know who you're talking to, but I'm blocking you because I don't got time, bitch. I ain't never seen you up in here. Fuck off. Wait, what I'm doing? 6 hours is 10 hours too long. Y'all could have y'all opinion. I'm not here to argue with nobody's opinion. I'm really not. We're all entitled to feel how we feel. I don't. If, as long as he's not like a threat to the baby, I don't think he should not be able to see his child. That's how I feel. What's up, Norris? So how many hours? I feel like he should be able to see him for like 2 days a week. I think that's how it always should have been. There's only 7 days in a week. I feel like it always should have been he get the baby 2-3 days, she get the baby 4 or 5 days. That's how I personally, what I always thought from the very beginning. But we're gonna see he is a threat to the baby. Okay. That's how y'all feel. I believe he's potentially a threat to Halle. Now, I don't know if I 100% agree that he's a threat to Halo. I just don't feel that way. I do believe that he is potentially, well, from what we know, he is a threat to Halle. I can't even say potentially. He's a threat to Halle. But I don't believe, allegedly, I feel like I keep saying these things because I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like he's just a threat to Halo. Like, I just don't feel that way, y'all. Oh, that's what they call his fans. Oh, I blocked somebody and didn't even need to. My bad. I didn't know what y'all was talking about. Let me see if I can. I don't know if I can. I gotta go and unblock it. Sorry, Rob, but my bad. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Once again, we're gonna continue to follow that CTA can't respond. I did not. Let's see if I can find that.
That, and I don't know what's going on behind closed doors or under the sea. Okay, he seemed like a nice young guy to me, and that don't mean anything. All of them seem nice to y'all, till they behind the closed doors.
Exactly.
But what I'm saying is, my page ain't for me to keep speaking on nothing like that. All right, I ain't gonna get on his side, and I ain't gonna get on her side. I ain't gonna tear his head off, and I ain't gonna tear her head off. But all I'm gonna say is this: when it comes to bickering, backering with your kid, mama or father, and nobody can come to no kind of mutual agreement or be cordial, whatever the case may be, go to court, get your child support, get your time sharing, and expedite that. That's all I could tell you. Because putting your baby daddy or your baby mama in jail, that ain't cool. I can't benefit from mine being in jail. I don't want you in jail. So that, and I don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
But the thing is, I don't know that she's trying to put him in jail. It seems like she just don't want him to be able to come around her.
You gonna take a nigga to court, you let it be about your fucking money. Because sometimes you deserve a fucking ass whooping.
What? Oh, no. Did y'all hear what this bitch just said? You gonna take a nigga to court, let it be about some money, because sometimes you deserve a fucking ass whooping. This that toxic ass fucking Aunt Jemima male worship, black male worship ass shit. Don't no woman ever deserves to get her ass whipped by a man. That's fucked up, Tia.
And I know sometimes these niggas do too. Punch that nigga in his shit and take your punch or your slap back and go ice your shit the fuck up. Period.
No.
No fucking police is involved when you got no fuck.
No, I don't condone violence on this channel, and I'm not about to keep playing this. Fuck that. I don't want to hear it. It's disgusting. It's gutter trash. Big.
You got no fuck. I don't put no violence on this.
Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hi, can you hear me? Okay, I don't know what's going on. Toxic. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, no. Mm-mm. Nope. Oh, wait. Somebody said he created a self-fulfilling prophecy. He lied that he didn't see Halo, even though he was seeing Halo 3 days a week. We all saw him seeing Halo, and we kept coming up here. I said it multiple times. We've seen this man singing this baby. We've seen him on live stream. It was not months. We've seen him with this baby. Wow. See, that's why you got to watch what you speak. Because you say, oh, she not letting me see my son. You made this song. Now you manifesting that shit. He created self-fulfilling prophecy. He lied that he didn't see Halo, even though he was seeing Halo 3 days a week. Now she's requesting that he only see the baby for 6 hours. Ugh. It's terrible. Hey, Lachey.
Hey, Love Jones. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. This is messed up.
Yeah, this is
It's
a lot.
really messed up. Man, this week been crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I know I wanted to say it like I didn't really have it's hard. Like I try not to type opinions because I've learned over the years like certain stuff just come out to be different with things. So I'm just like, man, I don't got too much to say. But right now, I'll comment on certain things. I don't think one day is enough. And I don't think he a threat to Halo either. So I agree with you on that. And I know how you was like wanting the best for both of them. I've been seeing you say that. And it's messed up. So this is a messed up topic to cover because I see people like getting irritated at you when you on his side or you on her side. It's just messed up. But I like your opinion and how you cover it. But yeah, I don't know. I've learned to sit back and let and see. We don't even have a response for him, and he can't respond.
Yeah.
Not to say that I think I don't agree with everything he's done, and if he did that to her, it looks like he did from the images or whatever. I don't agree. Like I don't support domestic violence at all and aggressive behavior. But I know a lot of people behind the scenes saying they both toxic that know them. So, and she also said that this never occurred, like this is the first time or whatever, as far as him reacting that way over like taking the baby. And I'm like, dang, at first I'm like, dang, like, did he really do that with the steering wheel, And then I'm like, especially when I seen that video floating, you seen that clip of her saying she chipped her tooth, that same tooth before all of this?
No, that wasn't before this. That was around the same time because this happened, I believe, in January when her tooth got chipped. And I followed her on Snapchat, and she said,
okay,
my tooth, and she went to the dentist, and she was like, I'm taking Halo with me to the dentist because I follow. So I think it was around the same time he did it. Like she never said how it happened. She just randomly had a little chip in her tooth. I remember
so
that.
this was way back in January when they got into it over Halo.
So they got into it in January. They broke up in October, but she said that he broke into her house in March, and she wasn't there.
Okay,
and took a bedroom on some creepy shit. And
yeah, that ain't good. That's
a lot of different.
you know what? It feel like they both like each other still. Like it was the weirdest breakup for me because she's got an issue with, I guess the brother was saying him moving on, and it seemed like he got an issue with her moving on. They both got that issue, and I'm like, dang, that's a lot of jealousy for like when me personally, I'm done. I'm done. There is no, I don't care what you're doing, baby or not. Even if it was me and I'm not married and in my ex, I don't care. Like, I don't care, especially if I got a baby. Make your money, do whatever content you want, just have that money ready to support your child and do your part. Me personally, I really don't care. I'm like, they still really like each other.
Love and the
Both
baby
of
barely like one. That's what I was saying before. I did not think that she liked that. Like, it's easy on the outside looking, and you could be like, oh, it's just content. She didn't like it, and Dub confirmed it. Like, Halle did not like seeing him on stream with a whole bunch of different women. That was hard.
Okay,
that
okay.
Mm-hmm. It would be hard for anybody. I've never had a child, not yet, so I don't know what postpartum is. And she kept talking
not
about
for me.
You know, and publicly too.
Not
like,
for me. But if you still not for me, because if when I'm done, I'm done. If I'm not, I'm with you and you ain't going nowhere. When I'm done, I'm done. So it'll be like, oh, he got somebody else. Thank God he can leave me alone. You know, but everybody's different. But both of them, that seemed kind of mutual. It seemed like, because he was celibate, he wasn't moving on, and that can get, ooh, they really don't want to see each other move on. It's like, dang, y'all should have just stayed together. What is going on? But he should have went to the courts. His people was telling him, when I caught a couple of his lives, you need to go to court, when he was complaining. And he was like, I don't want to really get the courts involved. Like, he would protect her image all up until he couldn't see that baby. He was, hey, y'all, leave her alone, chill out. He was always protecting the image, but the lawyers is going to definitely make it like, oh, you know, because they trying to get paid and win and, you know, get their money and do a good job for their client. But yeah, I didn't see him egging the chat on or talking negatively about her until that baby, like wanting to see Halo, you know. And I'm like, yeah, that's when, but I didn't even see him like, get her, y'all. He was just like, hey, I want to see my son more. Like he felt desperate for her to change, but if she got an issue, like, you got to take that to court. This is like a lesson for people, because it's probably some other guys moving that way. Like, and guys, you can court order without it getting that bad and without restraining order. Like, you can actually, I know in my state you can, like, you can court order visitations and pickups and things without have ever been threatened or anything like that, because some people y'all just don't get along.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, I wish he would have went to the court, and I'm sad for both of them. This is terrible.
It really is. We're just gonna have to continue to watch how it play out. That's it. I don't know that they can come back. I don't know how. The only thing that matters now is Halo. Like, that's it.
I know, and oh man, for him, yeah. And then and DDG was doing good at being a good dad. So it's like messed up, because he loves his mom and dad. You could tell. So once a week, he gonna be like, man, he gonna be missing his dad. And a lot of people just kind of like, they don't have no empathy for some, not even for her, some not for him. It's just like, dang, like, oh, he brought this on himself or whatever, but we don't really know the facts to everything. Some people was even saying she could have provoked and been strategizing this, you know, this so she can, because she's just tired of dealing with him with the visitation thing and him popping up. Oh, I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna have sole control. And now that stress of dealing with you and you popping up and you being jealous, I ain't gotta worry about it no more. And this makes it where I get it, because he was such a great dad. You had to have an abuse case. And it's easy to provoke a guy that got a temper to do. It's very easy. If he was like, oh, I'll break your phone or whatever in a pad, like, it's very easy with that baby. That's the only thing I could see her to get under his skin. If he ain't got it all a little bit to where he just got a little temper, you know, it's very easy to set that up. And it's very easy to piss off a guy because I'm desperate, because you're getting on my nerve and I'm tired of dealing with you and you're difficult and you're jealous. I'm going to get full custody. It's only a matter of time. I know how to piss you off. But yeah, if she tried to take the baby back, it's possible he could have snapped. You know, I don't know. I see people saying that's all she had was a chipped tooth, and he did all of that. It's all kind of different things. I've been seeing different people's opinions on that was for her or for him or whatever they. I don't have it. I sit back and wait, and I sit back and wait. I'm just like, damn, this is just so messed up.
Covering it. And thank you for calling in. I'm gonna take the next call. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Later.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Hey, Quaisha, what's up, boo?
Hey, Love Jones. Hey, Love Bugs. Hey, my sisters. Hey, family.
So, what are your thoughts on this situation?
It's a mess. It's real sticky. And honestly, for me, it's a little too sticky because I understand people saying maybe she, was aggressive toward him first. But here's what I need my men to understand, especially young men. You have to be the first one to get authorities on the line. Do not wait. Do not retaliate. Do not make any actions. You get yourself out of there. You call authorities. You keep that paperwork. You got to keep receipts at all times. And that's the problem now. Everybody want to be macho. Well, macho gets you put up in situations like this or worse.
That's true.
So if she was putting hands on him first, then he should have called authorities and been the better example for Halo. Putting hands on her was not it, especially if he saw that.
And personally too, I didn't mention this to Lachey, but she toward the end she was saying it's easy to provoke a man even if they got a little bit of a temper. Like men have to have a little more control over themselves, and we can't say. It's kind of like victim blaming in a way. We don't know what happened. You know what I mean? And just because he has a temper, it doesn't mean that he shouldn't have self-control or that we should excuse his lack thereof. Like,
exactly.
If you got a temper and you can't deal with your baby mama, then why would you pull up to her house? Don't ever even go around her if you know you can't control yourself.
And then on the vice versa, you're provoking her by going online, streaming for hours and hours at a week. Talking about my son. So much to a point where it turned into a meme. Where it's like, dude, if you worried about your son, go over there. Go handle that. Don't go online and make people harass her. That makes it worse.
And he released that song too. We didn't even mention that again. He released a diss song.
2 songs. That was the second song. The first song was him admitting how insecure he is and how toxic he was. The first time when she was filming The Little Mermaid, which ruined the promo for that film. Now you want to talk about your son. Well, you should have thought about your son when you decided to retaliate against her.
This is just crazy. Like, I can't not believe, like, what the hell
Especially because she got proof. Unlike any other situation, she has the chipped tooth picture. She got the arm picture. She has the evidence. And DDG did not do a good job of doing a good personal marketing brand. Because Homeboy got images that just sound reckless. And they can't even say, oh, it's chopped and screwed. That came out of his mouth.
That's true. And, him trying to destroy her Ring camera and throwing her phone makes it look like he was trying to destroy evidence.
Or worse, what if that would have hit the baby? What if that would have hit him? The baby was allegedly in the car, no? So all of this stuff. And then now you got clips of Halo, tapping on his face. And although babies do that, now with this whole situation, it's not making you look no better in the court of law.
Oh, so they saying that Halo learned how to be aggressive from DDG?
From all that fighting and carrying on. Children see that. They absorb that. And especially if you have a son, you can't do that. As a man, you cannot do that because one day Halo gets 10, he's going to think it's okay to do that to his mother. Now, you got to come over there and correct that, but you shouldn't have did it from day one. That baby's a toddler. They're absorbing everything. They're absorbing everything you say, everything you do, how you act, how you puff. How do you talk when Hallie's not around?
I don't know. Tina said, I wonder if the camera crews got any tea or did they sign an NDA? Well, I'm sure they signed NDAs, but if a DV case is involved or if it's something criminal, then the NDA is null and void.
Exactly. So they would have to say something legal.
Yeah, they would have to say if it's go to like any type of trial or something, everybody around might have to testify to some degree.
And on top of that, if the evidence that was given to the court was enough for them to sign an order, DDG better be thinking his stars right now that she's not pressing charges to make it worse. If she really wanted to ruin that man, the evidence was more than enough to at least put a warrant out or something on him. She didn't do that. She just went and got the order for now.
I think she just want him to leave her alone.
Exactly.
And this is why it would have been it would have worked out so much better in his favor if he would have went to get visitation rights, because she just wanted him to leave her alone. And that did her even doing this further makes me think that DDG was harassing her. Like I can't even, and it was not just about, oh, I want to see my son. I want to see my son. Like
no.
Some video with some other text. Let me see if I can find this. So once again, I'm not sure the validity of all of these texts that we see, but there was a text where they allegedly she put this out, and she was basically saying, to the mom, like telling her what day of the week she was going to be back in town, and saying like, hey, come and get the baby. Let me play this. I'm glad we And the mother was like, didn't text her until a day or two later, and then was like, oh, no, he'll see the baby when he gets back. Because remember, DDG was streaming and promoting his album. We don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
He's also busy. So it's not just like he doesn't work and he's just sitting at home all day and Halle's the only one on the road. He be flying all around town too.
And maybe it's about time he starts taking the baby with him, just like Halle has to take the baby with her. All of this stuff could be worked out easily. They make it more complicated than what it needs to be.
She don't want him to take that baby out of town because she says that he's threatened to take the baby, like kidnap the baby and never bring him back. So
I mean, I could see that.
Okay,
sadly.
Let's play this. Shouts out to Never Stop with Sherry.
DDG's mom wanted to come out last night talking about she don't usually comment, she don't need usually, but now she feel like she has to say something. Well, Halle got a response for that. Y'all gonna stop playing with this girl and taking her kindness for weakness. She is now showing messages to the mother, because we know, unfortunately, this mother has raised two boys that aren't able to talk directly to the children of their mother. And here she is saying, I'm back at the end of the month. He misses you too. And then the mother says, yay, that's not too long, laugh out loud. And Halle says on April 21st, and somebody out there connect these dates to when this man was acting a fool. Hi, just wanted to keep you in the loop. We'll be back the 11th. Haven't heard about Moo. Moo is DDG. Getting Halo later this week, as we lightly talked about before. If he will be in town, would you like to get him the 27th and return him the 4th? Otherwise, I can keep him until we're back. Wanted to let you know we will be back the 11th. The mom writes back, okay, I will double check with him and let you know. That's on the 21st. Mother writes back 2 days later, because I guess it was hard to get in touch with this son, and says, hi, I forgot to text you. He said that he will wait until you get back to get him. Okay? So this man has been crying about how impressed he is to see his son, is telling his mom, yeah, let her know I'll get him when she come back. Have a good day. They didn't create.
That sounds like, to me, it has something to do with that baby. It has everything to him keeping tabs on what she's doing, which a lot of bitter baby fathers do that. And that's why a lot of women nowadays don't want to have children. It's too much of this toxic, petty stuff going back and forth. You mad at her because she out here living her best life. She working. You not stopping nothing. You're not stopping no bag. You're not stopping nothing she got going on. But you want to control something by keeping her with the baby. You want the baby when you want the baby. That's not how this works. If y'all was in the same household, you would have to still do your part. So what's the excuse? And the mother, DDG's mama, should have told him, listen, either you come get this baby or stop complaining on the internet. Point blank, period.
That's why I said she's an enabler. I said it.
It's sad.
Hey, Minnie New Post.
Hey, Boo.
Hey, Boo. What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
Hey, Quaisha. Did I say it sounded right this time?
Yes, you did, my loves.
Thank you. What's up, everybody? Hey, love bugs.
So what are your thoughts on this?
Girl, I'm heated for Halle. I really am. I'm pissed off for Halle because, first of all, I have been patient with you. I have been nice with you. I have given you all the time in the world to be a father, and you choose not to be a father if I was Halle. Not only that, I let you see the kid for 3 days. Now you made me shrink it to 6 because you want to play in my face. Then now I had to go to court because now here it is. She getting probably people tapping on her shoulders and going to her with the lies and said, "Oh, he's talking about going to court to get custody of the kid." Now what she gotta do? She gotta go court, show evidence, give restraining order to protect her son, her name, and her brand because he wants to act a fool and try to play in her face again. The thing about it, DDG try to seek that viral moment, try to have Halle crash out like Krishan did with Blueface.
I agree with that.
But Halle didn't do that. She played cards. She played chess with DDG. And she won. More ways than one. She didn't reply. She didn't mess up her bag. She let him keep touring, keep talking all these people platform like he crazy, lost his rapid mind. And then next thing you know it, here he is. She over here dropping a bomb while he had to read through TMZ while he doing another person podcast and have it broadcast. You go, Halle girl. You go.
I mean, she did what her publicist told her to do. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. Next time he'll learn, and hopefully he could take some anger management classes, some parenting classes, and change that 6 hours to more. But right now, I definitely believe what you said, OJ, and I definitely agree with you, Media New Post. He's definitely the type to be petty, and if he's supposed to return the baby on the 5th, he'll wait till the 11th just because he mad.
Mm-hmm.
And then that messed up the whole schedule, because when you start having schedules like that, you work it around your work schedule. So if she's supposed to get the baby on the 5th and he's supposed to drop the baby back off on the 5th, he'll probably be like, "Oh, well, you know, let him just stay over. I don't feel like driving. I don't feel like doing this, and I don't want to do that. Who you got over there?" It's too much. And that's why I say, where are the grandparents? The grandparents should have been talked to these two a long time ago, if they haven't, and sat them both down and say, "Listen, what y'all doing is not going to help this child whatsoever."
At that part.
Wrap it up.
Like,
oh, sorry, love. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, step into a matriarch role instead of trying to be like the hip hop mom. You know, like,
exactly.
Be a mediator. Like, be the adult in the situation. Be the elder. And I don't know. I feel like the elder adults around them, they're just too wrapped up in the fact that they're on the payroll and their children are the stars, bread and butter. They're not. They need a Miss Tina. You see, I feel like Tina knows what she say in a heartbeat. Like, girl, this ain't what you gonna do. You know, I feel like Tina, they don't have that type of structure. Their family dynamic is not based on like respect like that. Like, not to say that they disrespect their mom or treat their mom bad, but I just think that their mother is just so just a boy.
She just don't go along to get along.
Yeah, she's an enabler.
She is, because the thing about it, DDG mom is pretty much doesn't check anything going on in her life, so she ain't gonna check in her kids' life. She's one of them mamas let stuff pass as long as you don't talk about her past, if that makes sense.
And I honestly, and I see what they're saying in the chat, and I hear what they're saying, but no matter how much money I make, I'm gonna respect the person who I go to as my guidance at all times. I could be a billionaire, and if I respect somebody that much to see them as a guideline, when they pull me aside with love, I'm gonna make sure I still hear that, and it's gonna ring in the back of my mind every time. And most figures for men is their moms. Their moms is the one that is typically that voice they hear in their head when they about to do something real stupid.
But not only that, DDG mom didn't never really talk about Halle until the situation blew up, if you notice. She never
had no
said nothing
choice
about Halle while they was dating at all. Nothing nice, not even nothing worse either. So also your son gets sent court orders. Now you got something to say about your son.
Because she has no choice, because people are asking questions. You got people like me and the people in the chat asking where the parents at.
Right.
Y'all do, because at the end of the day, yes, they're almost 30, but they're still young. And they had this child young.
Oh, go ahead, boo.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, Lachey said, I don't see, I still don't see how people care about who they ex getting with. They an ex for a reason. Stay together if that's the case. Shaking my head. It's like people gotta move on. Me personally, it's hard for me to move on from somebody when I have a soul tie. I couldn't imagine having a brand new baby with somebody and just moving on, especially when you're branded together. You know what I mean? You're all over the internet together and you still got to see this person. And I personally feel like when people have a baby, they're going to be back and forth with each other for 5 years. I tell y'all this all the time, right? Like, don't deal with nobody with a bosom baby because chances are that door is still open.
Wide open.
People do not just break up with each other, and some people can, but the average person is going to go back and forth a couple times before it's completely over.
That's facts, because you got to understand, by her having that bosom baby does not mean she still don't have that weak spot for him. If he come over and say he want to play that family card, and guess what? She'll get right back with him because she want to be that family with him.
Exactly.
I have seen it so many times with female friends. I have seen it so many times with male friends. Have they had their woman say, I want to be a family guy. I'm sorry. And the same situation blew up again.
What you think, Quaisha?
So I was about to say the exact same thing. For women in this situation, most of the time is them wanting to keep that family unit. Also, it looks better on their image. They don't want to be the person hopping around from man to man, having children with man to man. Okay, Sierra is what we call a fairy tale. That doesn't happen for every woman.
Yes.
Okay. Once you have a child with one man, especially if they're not doing you dog crazy like that, you're gonna want to try to stick with them as much as you possibly can until you can't take no more. Now, when it comes to the men, it's all about control. A perfect example again is Sierra. Sierra had a whole issue with Future for a whole year and a half until she met and settled down with Russell. Okay. It is not until that next man step in that place, depending on who that next man is, that your baby father who could be better because they no longer have control over you. They no longer have a say so on what you do, how you do in your household.
But think about this as well. If we didn't know, if DDG wasn't such an internet ass, clout chasing demon ass nigga, we would have never even knew they broke up. They got back together.
That part.
They tried to get back together. He said himself, like, oh, we good when we cool with each other. They went on a family trip for Woo Wop's birthday, like after he said they broke up. So they probably was still trying to work it out. And a lot of people try to work it out. You just don't know because you don't know people's motherfucking personal business. So you don't know going back and forth how many times because people ain't out publicizing it. If he would have never said anything, we would have never even knew that they broke up officially until they probably were both really, really done. Like, okay, this is it.
And even then, Halo's birthday party, they didn't look like they were beefing to me. I mean, maybe my eyes were deceiving me. They looked like they had some respect and some cool, but I'm also finding that it's a lot of Iman Shumpert type men out here now. That kind of spirit energy where they make it seem like y'all cool, but behind closed door y'all not really cool, but you don't know that. Everybody else know that, but you. So you over there looking like boo boo the fool because you like, hey, I thought we was cool. We not.
And then the men friends laughing at you too. Yeah, girl.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but to me, they look like they was all fine until months later. Where's my son? I want to see my son. My son.
I don't know. I think that behind the scenes they probably was trying to work it out, but he couldn't keep their business off the internet because he just can't. He cannot hold a fucking water. And
because DDG lived his life through internet.
Yeah,
you know, because he tried to see the viral moment with his Haley. Then he tried to see viral moment with Halo. And as you see with Halo, he hold Halo for a bit and then tells Mom come get him. Like he's an employee for that moment of live streaming. And that baby is not an employee. He's your son. Who watches everything you do.
And I think that's probably the reason why they had to keep going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Haley clearly does not like that kind of energy around her child. She doesn't like that energy overall. She's not a person to be posting like that because if she was, we would know all about their business way before this even had happened. She has a brand that she has to maintain. She can't afford to be caught on live all kinds of stuff going on. So she probably looking at it like, come on, man. Like, I understand we have this child, but I don't want my child all over the internet like that. And he
At
probably
all.
like, well, this is how I make my bread and butter. Yeah, but not off your child. That don't sit right with me. I don't even like parent family content because you putting your child out there for no reason. TMZ gonna do it for you for free anyway.
Then not only that, you putting that baby in danger. Because what happened if Halo go walking with his mom and his father, and both of them probably look away for a split second, and Halo gets snatched. Because everybody know what the son look like.
And she's not the only celebrity that don't like her child being on the internet. I mean, for the most part, a lot of celebrities don't like putting their child out on the internet like that.
That's true.
At all.
I mean, I'm not opposed to family content. I just would not overexpose my child, and I don't think I would stream my child. Just me. Like streaming a kid in real life, I don't think I would have my child streaming, because I saw somebody doing a stream on TikTok and they was talking about why it's not the best to stream kids. And they was like, what if a kid just take their pamper off? And I said, I never even thought about that, because babies do stuff like that.
They do stuff.
And the kid just do something inappropriate and it's on a worldwide stream with 1,000 people. We don't even think like that. But that's really real, especially when they get toddler age and they can stuff up. Kids be taking their pamper off, throwing shit on the wall. It'd be crazy. So I was like, wow, I never even thought about a kid doing something inappropriate like that on a stream in real life. But edited content, I'm not too opposed to that. But personally, I don't know. I don't have kids. I don't know. I just don't think I would like overexpose my child to the internet. But if I have family content, they wouldn't be in every single thing that I'm posting.
Well,
But like you
exactly.
said,
Well, I
I
was
don't
gonna say
think Haley.
there's always a line. It's always a line of where you draw it at. DDG doesn't seem to have that line, or if he does, he never made it clear. Because he posts that baby every single day. It could be a random Tuesday. That baby gonna be online. Birthdays, holidays, I get it. Because even Halle has posted pictures for them for Halloween and for Christmas and all of that sweet, beautiful stuff. There's a line to how much you post and what you post and how long you post.
But not only that, you got to understand, it put not only Haley in a position, because we know for years the industry had been, hush hush, HT, the code. If you don't write it down, chat, has been, with young kids for many years. Then not only they have HT with children, which jeopardize Halo. And then not only that, you gotta think about the pedo, feeling the blaze. They are watching little kids making different movements and get off of it like the substance put in your body. So we had to pay attention to what we posted, because predators out there is watching.
That's true.
Every single thing.
That's true.
Every single thing you posted about your kids, regardless they don't have their shirt on, regardless they only just walk around in their diapers. They is watching everything and getting off on it. Because they can't be around the kid does not mean they can't see it online. That's all.
And it's not abnormal for a celebrity to not want their child online that much. I think DDG has some thinking he got to do. He got some re-strategizing he got to do. He got some cleaning up he got to do. I think Halle needs to get therapy and get her emotions together, because it could be true. She said to herself that she's a feisty fireball. Her sister even said it herself. She said, "My sister is an Aries through and through." I know a couple Aries. They are some fireballs. So
I did a video montage of it. I posted it on TikTok.
Yeah, I got mama that's one too, so I know she don't play about me.
So I'm just saying she needs to get her emotions together. She need to get it together. I think both of them would benefit from parenting classes, because they need to work through this.
I need to ask y'all though, how do y'all feel about him being able to see the child for 6 hours a week?
I think it's reasonable, because right now I feel from, only Haley could feel that DDG broke that trust. Not only broke that trust, but at the same time, you also broke what we put out and communicate before the courts. We try to make this work as parents, and you keep on overstepping your boundaries. And not only you overstep your boundaries, I feel like she is keep being disrespected by DDG, and he throwing his hands at her face like brushing it off like, "Oh, I'm not doing that," but you are, DDG. You have to understand this: the mother of your child, who is waking up numerous of hours to take care of your child, who had tired in her eyes taking care of your child, and got to get ready to go to work or record whatever she got to do while in the process taking care of your child. You got to take consideration that she also is a businesswoman. Her and her sister make albums. She even make movies.
Yep.
Not only her time is full as work as an employee, but she's a full-time mom behind closed doors after recording. That's what everybody failing to realize. She's a full-time mom. She don't have nannies. Her mom look like she don't play that.
No, she does have nannies. He made it a point to keep putting it out there as if he was trying to shame her, like his mother don't help him take care of Halo, like his sisters
That part.
take care of Halo. Oh, because the nannies. Like, sir, just you. Her parents live in Atlanta, so she doesn't have access to her family the way that you have access to yours.
Right.
And Chloe is just as busy, if not busier than her. So be for real on that front.
Umbrella said he needs to stay away from that baby. So he has anger management and parenting classes. I also think he needs to go to therapy. I do, but I still feel like he should be able to see his kid. But I think that should be one of the requirements.
Yeah, because in the requirements, I also believe that not only building trust and being parenting and go through the classes that was speak of by Umbrella, but also I think he needs to withdraw from social media, get to know who Daryl is, not DGG as the content creator, but know who Daryl is as a person, as a father behind the screen. Because right now he try to seek like, oh, I'm being a father for the followers. But are you being a father when the screen go off? Is the question I want to know.
Seek validation, media new posts, because he keeps saying, "I just want to be a dad. I'm a good dad." Like he has. I agree. I also think that if he was not overexposing that baby on the internet, I don't think that this would. I feel like they wouldn't have had as many problems as they have. Him overexposing the baby on the internet, gallivanting around with a bunch of different bitches. Like I feel like that took her over the edge. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. I kept screaming. Y'all heard me. He does not like that. Who want to see that? Especially if you're trying to heal from somebody. You got to give her a little bit of time. Like you don't just get out there. You tricking on bitches, buying bitches Chanel bags. I would be crashed out. I don't give a fuck.
But to me, I feel like he was on all of that while playing her card as well. Because I'm sorry, when most women are done, they done. So I definitely feel like he was playing the fence, playing with her feelings, trying to keep tabs on her because he want to know what she got going on. Because every single time she do something, here comes some drama. She was at the red carpet at the Met Gala. Here comes some drama. She was over on the island enjoying her Mother's Day weekend. Here comes the drama. Every time she do something, here DDG come. Well, let me go over here and do this. I'm telling you, it's like clockwork. It is. Him and Iman Shumpert got to be.
Wait, what happened with Iman Shumpert?
Same exact thing. It's embarrassing. Get up, sir.
It's crazy. According to his brother, he loves being around him. I don't think he's just being a dad on streams. I know
the situation kind of.
This brother lied, family lied for other people. I'm sorry, Quaisha. I have seen it so many times. Family would lie to protect the other family, knowing dang good well his mama B would take care of Halo.
I know, but what I'm saying is, I feel like 6 hours a week for 1 month should be fine at first, and so things start situating itself out. Start off slow because he did expose Halo at the end of the day to something, okay? Because it's showing. The evidence is showing. And you want to be able to nip that in the bud as soon as possible. I'm not saying have him do 6 hours for a long time, maybe 2 weeks to a month, 4 weeks tops. Do the 6 hours a week, spend time with Halo, get yourself together. That should be more than enough time to get your classes registered, enroll in what you got to get done, paperwork proving that you're actually doing the work. I feel like in the meantime, and while that's 6 hours is going, once his hours start going back up to a fair time, that she need to start working on herself. She need to start doing therapy for herself, get her emotions in check, so that when it's time to get into the middle, y'all could get to the middle without all this drama. And keep it off the internet. Anytime DDG puts it on the internet, that should be a red flag on him. Keep it off the internet. We don't need to know about it. Get us out the group chat.
Not only that, I feel so sorry for Haley. You know, not in the what she going through wise, but at the same time, she had to feel like it's about her kid. Every time you see her, she always look at Halo with love eyes. Like, he got to grow up, see this. He got to grow up, see his parents inside the media going back and forth fighting for him to be protected. And he got to watch the videos of what his father said about his mama and the songs that he made about his mama.
Thank you. I'm telling you, Halo gonna grow up and be like, listen, Dad, can we have a conversation over here with these boxing gloves right quick? Because I'm trying to understand who you think he was talking to.
They saying that Halo gonna grow up to resent Halle. When I feel like if Halo's going to be able to see this, now the average person does not have documentations of how shitty of a man the father was to the mother and why she had to heal herself. We're not thinking like I keep saying, none of us have kids, so I could not imagine going through postpartum depression, being the fucking Little Mermaid, having to record albums, and having to heal from my baby daddy that's out on the internet with a bunch of bitches talking crazy about me,
embarrassing her,
videos, beating my ass, calling me bitches. Like, that's a lot. And then sicking all of his millions of fucking fans on me. She had to turn her comment section off at one point because DDG would get up there and say stuff and allude to things about her, and that would sick his fan base on her. Everybody kept saying free Halo, free Halo. Like, that has to be a lot. Like, to where she stopped posting because she was overwhelmed.
Then not only that, he got to understand that if you a father, true father, let's call it hashtag true father, put in the chat. A true father wouldn't put his son out there until he feel like his son is ready to be in the media and be willing with his baby mama, if he emotional mature, that is it okay for we put our son out there, or do you want to wait?
Perfect example is Jay-Z with Sir. We haven't seen Sir since he was a baby. Okay.
Not at all.
But honestly, Halle said that in an interview. I can't remember where. They said, would you let Halo be in the entertainment industry? And she said, no, I wouldn't push him into that. I would let him grow up first, and then he could tell me whether or not he wants to be in the spotlight. She said that. DDG ain't giving a motherfucker a choice.
Not at all. He's making him work. Like he did Woo Wop. He is making Halo work. And that's what Haley try to put a stop to it, because she want Halo grow up to have a childhood like the other celebrity kids.
Exactly. Not in a spotlight like that. You don't really know exactly what they look like too much. Like
that part. Like Beyonce did with Blue Ivy.
Well,
we only show Blue Ivy, but
this.
we never see much of Blue Ivy play until she wants to show her as her birthday when she got older.
Exactly. But my one question is this, because y'all talking about it, it just popped in my head. We haven't seen DDG grow up in front of the media, but we did see Halle and Chloe grow up from children, like little. They're doing films and TVs and with big movies since they were children. Child stars act differently, so I feel like every time Halo is on streaming, that's a trigger for her. It probably brings her back somewhere.
That could be true too. Hey, Amberella, what's up, boo?
Hey, how y'all doing tonight?
Hey, boo, what's up?
You sound better. You feeling better?
Yes, you do.
I'm getting there. Getting there slowly but surely. I was gonna say just what Quaisha was saying, because I agree that I don't think we would have seen Halo till he was 30, getting married, having his own kids. If Halle had her way,
that part.
I think Halle knows the pressures of being a child star. She knows what it's like to constantly have a camera in her face, and she doesn't want her child to have to experience that. So I definitely agree with Kaisha with what she was saying.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, honestly.
But it's just because y'all was saying that in the movies that they were both in was just like smacking me right in my face, and I'm like, wait a minute, she had to be like 6 years old.
They were little kids. I remember Chloe was in Fighting Temptations, I think, with Beyonce,
Yeah.
and she was like 4 or 5 years old. And they were on YouTube, like doing covers and stuff. So
And that
It was
too.
13 and
So
15. I remember that.
they were kids. I think they were even younger than that. I feel like they were on Ellen DeGeneres when they were like
yeah.
12, 13, I think. And then
But
like they started growing up in front of the public. But even back then, though, it wasn't as hard as it is now to be on public platforms. We didn't have Twitter and or X and TikTok and the forums and
yeah.
think and the comment sections. It was not as much as it is now. So the memes, like her baby done been meme 50 fucking million times and he ain't even 2 years old yet. She probably just went
Exactly.
That
And some
part.
grown adults can't handle that. So having a child have to experience that, she wants to protect him and let him have a childhood as much as possible.
Every
And
parent
and a
wants to.
normal one on top of that, not just no celebrity one. A normal childhood, playing with PBS kids and all this other fun, cool baby stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Lachey says she posts him a lot herself as well, so would not have been at 30. So I personally, I've said this multiple times. I think that she posted him to combat how much DDG was posting him to protect DDG from not looking like he was overexposing their child. And I also think that when Halle posts him, it's as a doting mother will post their child, not as for content. Like, oh, I'm trying to make a coin. She posts him like, oh, it's Easter. Look at my baby. He's so cute. Or Mother's Day. I made this song for my baby.
Holidays.
Not posting him continuously and consistently for him to go viral or for him to make a meme or for him to get a bag and be the hottest baby on the fucking TikTok streets. Like DDG literally be saying this shit. Like, my baby more viral than everybody else, baby. I got a famous son. Like, I'm like literally.
Yeah, like just doing way too much. Like, sir, calm down.
And
It's
not
it's
live
not that
streaming for
serious.
5
It is
hours.
a toddler. Boo
Then
hoo.
not only that, it's like Haley in a way she said she had no choice but to post him because DG already threw it out there showing what Halo looked like. So she tried to balance it out, say, yeah, I'll be with my kid too. I got pictures and videos too. That's what we was saying because if she had her way and DDG was listening to what she wanted, we wouldn't see Halo till he's 30 at
Probably
all.
if we did see him, it just wouldn't be as much as we do
I
now.
was gonna say
It
it'll
would be
probably be
small.
like birthdays, holidays, something fun and exciting. Like if he was going to preschool, like a little cute preschool graduation picture.
Right,
Like
just the back of his head the whole entire time.
no, not that. I feel like she definitely would have posted some pictures. I honestly would have compared Halle to how Tia and Tamara post their children. They don't
Exactly.
Yeah.
you don't see their children every single post, but you do see them simultaneously every now and again.
Or
I
how
agree.
Tiana Taylor posts Junie. Like we
Yes.
know kids' name, we see them, but they're not like content kids, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah. I was being facetious when I said 30. It's a joke. Don't take it so seriously.
No, I ain't taking serious. I
But
just, I know who was saying it. I'm just saying, like, literally, she tried to make sure, her son have a childhood. Try to
yeah,
have
I
fun, try to
also
play,
think
get
I'm
to
sorry.
know new experiences and things because Halo, he's a little adventurous. You tell he give her the blues, want to touch everything, want to see everything. You know kids like that.
And I
Yeah, I
can't
also
I actually enjoyed DDG and Halo content. I cannot lie. It was the cutest thing. Like I like Halo is so adorable. He's so
He
smart.
is.
I love seeing Halo content. I cannot lie. I can't. So
He's
that's
just so adorable.
I
yeah,
do. I love seeing that boy.
he's so cute. Like
he
so I'm
is.
grateful that we got to see him as much as we did before all hell broke loose.
I
Especially
also
on
think
Haley content. Oh, he be adorable. He just be in his own little world. He just be chilling. He don't have to worry about a camera in his face, tell him do stuff. He just be in his own little world playing toys, just chill with his mama. That's it.
Yeah, I also think that if he had not announced their breakup and been a cloud demon, and then if he got on some sort of a plan with her, they could have eventually got back together. I think she just wanted to calm down the dramatics and the antics. I really think she is just more private and off camera and
Mm-hmm.
he wants to be on camera 24/7. I think if they had struck a balance, they probably would still be together. But he wanted to have everything his way, it seems like, and he wanted control. And she is strong enough to be like, I'm gonna put my foot down, and this is what I want for our child as well. Like we have to strike some type of a balance. And he just wasn't trying to hear none of it.
And
Hence
that's
both of their tempers. Hence both of their tempers. Her temper and her wanting her way, his temper and him wanting his way. Next thing you know, boom, boom, bop. And now we got a chipped tooth, a bruised arm, and a whole order against the other
Oh deal,
one.
yeah.
And the whole baby watching everything going down.
Exactly.
that part is sad.
Though I will say, and I'm not trying to make light of no joke, but Halo got some hands on him now. I ain't gonna hold you. DDG might have to he might have to go in the gym. Halo got some baby Halo got some hands for that man now.
Right. Halo need to go see Floyd Mayweather get the training now with the grandson at this point.
Okay. Cause them hands be going, boy. I mean, I was like, okay,
Yeah,
Halo, I see
hard.
you.
And I don't think that, I don't, honestly, no matter how this pans out, I do not see that baby growing up to resent Halle. That baby
No.
is in love with his mother. Like you could
He
tell.
is.
And then he a little baby. You could tell. I feel like he's going to be so protective over her.
Oh,
And
absolutely.
he won't give a fuck what nobody got to say because she's going to give him a magical childhood. Like and I personally feel like they're gonna be able to come to some type of resolve. It might take a little while, but I believe that they'll come to some type of resolve.
Then not only
I
that, see
agree.
Chloe spoiling the heck out that little boy. She even said she gonna spoil the heck out Halo. And she also give that vibe as, Solange, who didn't play about Beyonce. She ain't gonna play about her little sister or her nephew. She would fire up all if she had to DDG's sister. Remember DDG's sister didn't say nothing about Chloe not once. Or make anything had to say about, what she Halle or anything else. So let it be known that if she did say something about Halle, Chloe won't have no problem popping up on the sister. She look like she ready. Don't let it be fooled.
They got an older sister
Ready.
too that don't play. I can't think of her
And a
name.
brother, I thought too, right?
Her brother too, but the older sister came out and was telling people off before when that stuff came out with Ruby Rose and them screenshots. She got on real quick and they had to tell her to relax because I'm sure she would have been out here windmilling in the streets right in the internet streets right now if they would have given her the green light.
Right.
Well, that baby spoiled 7 ways to Sunday on any side of the family.
Okay.
I do think DDG loves Halo.
I do
And
too.
I don't think he's a bad father when he's with Halo 101. I still hold the opinion that anyone actively harming, whether it's male or female, if they're harming the other parent, that does to me negate their parenthood a little bit because that child still has to be with that parent when they're stressed out, when you're stressing them out. So that's just how I feel about it. I know, Love Jones, we disagree on that, but that's just my opinion. I do think he should have limited time with him until he does therapy, parenting classes, and anger management. And I think the same for Halle. She should be required to do some too because she's even said herself she's a firecracker. I think they just both need to. I do think there's going to be some resolve, but I do think they need time apart because I think they still love each other, but they both are stubborn and want their way, and that's
Exactly.
that's where they
That
keep
is
bumping
true.
heads. So they need like massive times apart until they can get some type of common ground.
It's a
Not only
battle.
that, I also think sorry, La Jones. I also think that most importantly, they should at least try to make things work because they're gonna be around Halo for all his life.
Mm-hmm.
To
He
the
only
point
one. Like damn.
they
Exactly.
go, but they
They
gotta go
still
to
got
events, see each other. They gotta go to school meetings. They gotta go to prom. They gotta go to all
graduations.
these poor events in his life. They had to be cordial if they like it or not.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So
He
yeah,
ain't even made the kindergarten yet, and it's just drama, drama, drama.
Not even
that's what
pre-K.
I'm
I was
I'm
gonna
like,
say he not even in preschool.
that baby ain't even potty trained and they don't
saying.
get
At all.
started.
And they still like fighting, and they gotta find ways to co-parent because not only is it bad on business for both of them, but it's also bad on looking at his parents because kids react to what their parents is going through.
Mm-hmm.
So one way or other,
Can I just add one more thing as well? Because I'm
yeah.
reading some of the chats in the comments. I'm
Yeah,
not saying me personally. I'm not saying Halle is a troublemaker. That's not what I'm saying.
Not
What
at
I'm
all.
saying is when somebody is triggered by anything that is happening to them, you don't know how they're going to react. And she herself said that she's not so soft-spoken and quiet. She said herself that she's the one to pop off. She said it. Chloe has said it. DDG has said it. It is known. It is known that she will defend herself and she will say what she needs to say, how she wants to say it, with attitude and all. I'm not saying that she's a problem. What I'm saying is she may need to take some classes herself so that she knows how to keep her cool in situations like that as well. Because I definitely find it hard to believe that it's all on one person. It's both of them. In some way, shape, or form, it is both of them. She probably said something to make him mad. He probably retaliated, and neither of them should have went there in the first place.
Right.
It's a
They
battle.
both
That's
have
right.
each other triggers.
It is literally a battle full of triggers. DDG went his way, she went her way. It can easily get messy with a situation like that. Hallie's not innocent herself, but as a mother, you want to do better for your child anyway. So what is the problem with her taking anger management classes or parenting classes?
I think you're right because even the term reactive abuse came about, like was coined because of people responding when they're triggered or they're being abused. And again, it's alleged. We don't know what was going
We
on
don't know.
until more
Yeah.
things come out. But I agree with you. And as a person who I'm crazy as all outdoors, I've been in some situations
Me
where
myself and I.
I have reacted and went way above and beyond, and I had to learn how to cope it with my own anger. So I
Okay.
1000% agree, and I'm not saying she's the antagonist either. I just think,
Especially when a baby's involved. I know
Oh
mhm,
myself
yeah, I don't
around
play about
children,
them
period, that's
babies.
not even mine. I already know when it come to mine. The minute I find out I would be pregnant, I know I'm gonna have to start putting money for the bail because I
Me
know
too.
me. I know me.
I'm gonna have more than one mercy fund. Everybody gonna have one. All you know, just call, get me out the jail. That's all you need to know.
Okay, that's all you need to know. I'm not, and low key won't even care who it is. The baby's father, the baby's grandmama. I don't care.
All right, let me play this, y'all.
Fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. And if I gotta yell at anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be. But sister is the opposite. Chloe's just nice. So if she has a problem with you, she's gonna, I need to just talk to you about this. Why did you do this? She will talk to you in like a stern way. I will just yell. But
Exactly. Halle has literally said that she's a spitfire. I didn't hear me say talk, but I just wanted y'all to hear her say it herself.
So and like I said, she's an Aries. I know plenty of them. I don't care to be around anymore. Added to it, that application is closed. They can be very snappy with their language.
My mother's an Aries. Trust me, I
Yep.
know.
It's a lot.
My mother is too. Let me tell you, I had been bullied all my childhood. The first thing my mom came in when she found out that I was fighting back, she's always say, "What about the other kid? Had they got in trouble? Why you want to suspend my child? Cause she defend herself? What's going on? Who I need to call get this handle?" She on it
Exactly.
like ASAP. She don't play.
It is very much believable that the triggers of him being on stream constantly day in and day out around DDG is a trigger for her. And then on top of that, you're gonna try to call her out as a mom. Now she's gonna be like, now listen, I'm not finna be too many one of those, especially when it comes to that one in that car seat. Don't play with me. And then DDG probably took it another way because it seemed like to me they both feed into each other.
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
Just on the outside looking in.
Do y'all think that she will pull a Kiki Palmer and get back with him, or be cool
Yeah.
with him
I'm
to where
sorry.
lead them together? I feel like too. I
I
thought
I'm
feel
definitely
like they
not counting
would,
that
but I
out.
don't want them to.
I don't
I'm
want
I
them
definitely
feel
not
like
to.
they
counting that out.
would.
They will. I think they will. Like I'm just thinking about it. I'm like, I feel like she's going to pull a Kiki Palmer. It might not be right now, but probably maybe in the fall we might see them together again.
I don't think maybe that soon, but I definitely feel like as time goes on,
Mm-hmm.
I
I
say like
agree.
probably I probably put money on it that when the baby get 5, if they haven't at least tried at that
Mm-hmm.
point, then it'll never happen.
So
Typically, it's not
is
until they get to school that they start letting it go.
What about his next birthday? I feel like before the child is 5, they're gonna try at least 3 or 4 times.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
What about his next birthday? Like, would y'all be surprised if y'all seen them together at his party,
No.
like together?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't be
I would be
surprised. They did it
surprised
this
because
year when
at the
after
end
they
of
were
the
broken
day,
up.
at the end of the day, they'll try to do what's best for the kid, but I feel like he won't be taking a picture with Halle like he did this year. He should probably be in the picture with Halo, just him and the son, but Halle's somewhere far away because he can't be in the same room with her. You see what I'm saying? So yeah.
I think they're gonna try to get back together at least 2, 3, 4, 5 times by the time
Yeah.
that baby's 5. I really do think they still love each other.
Me
I
too.
just
And
think. Oh, go
go ahead.
ahead.
Sorry, no,
I
go
think
ahead.
they're
Go
they're.
ahead.
I think she kept trying to put her ego down to protect him, and his ego was too big. And then
Way
she
too
got
big.
to this point where she's like, "I'm tired of bending. I'm going to get to a breaking point." So that's where she had to put her foot down, and then that's where everything just devolved and went crazy. So I think if, like I was saying before in one of your last lives, if the men can put their ego down a little bit and she brings hers up a little bit and they get on an even playing field, like a level ground with each other, they
Mm-hmm.
could be fine. But I think from what it seemed, at least in my opinion, his ego is just way too big. And again, hers is too, because she's A-list star. He is more domineering than she is, but she's not a pushover, and he's used to being with pushovers. So that's where the conflict comes in hand.
Exactly.
But I see the softness because Halo is the one who making DDG soft. Right
Both
now,
of
he's
them.
trying to give a depressing videos. He's trying to seem all sad. He misses his son. He tried to do all this. But at the same time, Haley is pretty much all chill, relaxed. But at the same time, she will still try to have DDG in that child life one way or other. So, Indy could go at this point.
Yeah, no. I just feel like definitely maybe not in the next coming year because they still got to clean this up. You feel what I'm saying? She got to go handle that on her end. He got to go handle that on his end. They have to come together for the baby. I feel like around the time the kids are going to preschool, they'll start like kind of getting a little closer again or whatever, and then possibly try again if they're not already in separate relationships. It just genuinely depends because DDG is not like Future. He's not that bad of a person. So I could see her trying to make it make sense in her head. Like, well, maybe, or maybe as Halo gets older, I really do want another one.
Yeah, and
I
not
really do want another baby.
And they
So
It
don't want
this should be
happens,
multiple
a
baby
y'all. It's
daddies
question
and
though,
baby
life.
Lil
mamas.
Jones. Do you
Huh?
think do you think when they do get back together that Haley White might end up pregnant again?
That's the only reason.
Absolutely.
That's
Okay,
so
I
that
think
that
so
would be the
too.
only reason why they would get back together. What are you
Because
talking about?
they would get back together.
They
Absolutely.
they don't want multiple baby mamas or baby daddies. Both of them. They
They
both
don't.
want
No,
one baby
right.
mama and baby daddy. So they're gonna do the toxic ghetto circus and keep getting back together to try to make a family. But if they both can't fix their egos and just get on the same page, like she's on page 22, he's on page 78. They need to get on the same page, or else it's not gonna work.
Right. Don't bully me, but I see Haley having 3 kids by DDG. Honestly, I'm sorry.
And
I,
and and
he just got to get help. That's it. He got to get help.
Hmm.
exactly. And
And he,
for some of y'all in the chat talking about is extreme, I understand what y'all saying,
Right, but the
but
truth
we
is,
we gotta be realistic here.
really, thank you, Urella.
How many women do y'all know in y'all own families? Heck, even some of y'all in this chat that have messed around with somebody that may have tussled with you here and there. As long as the situation don't never get too extreme to where there's no coming back to that. I'm not trying to diminish what happened to Allie in no way, shape, or form. But y'all got to be boo boo the fool if y'all don't think that at some point if both of them heal, that they don't have that same little bit of spark from one another. They shared a child together.
mm-hmm.
Come on, be
I mean,
for real.
we see
So
that in
every
everyday
moment they
life. That's why
share
I
with
don't understand
Halo,
why
they
people
love
don't.
it every moment.
Just because they're celebrities doesn't mean that they don't fucking do fuckery. Like, People look at that's why I compared it to Keke Palmer, because we witnessed this with Keke Palmer. Like literally.
And that situation was a whole lot worse. I'm sorry.
Way worse.
At least from what we've seen and the evidence as the public has been shown, that situation, you could not have made me be family members with Keke, because I would have been like, Keke girl, you made it forgiven, but I didn't. So he need to go ahead and put them hands up right quick one time for the one time.
Wait, I gotta interject, and I'm not trying to be messy, but Amberella, would you like to address Lachey? Because I'm glancing, and she's made a few comments saying that you've offended her, you had her heated, and you've been snapping her over this topic that's not only one time.
I haven't seen the comments. Let me look. I'll say I don't think I've snapped, but I just feel like she's not being she's always defending DDG, then she's not being realistic, saying they just need to move on. We are human beings. When you have a tie with somebody, when you've intimately been with somebody, that is not an easy thing to cut off. Maybe it's me, I'm a Leo, I'm a very passionate person. When I love somebody, it is hard to let go. And I don't have a kid with a person. So I can only imagine having a kid with a person. You're gonna want to go back to that person. You're gonna want to try to make it work, especially if you have, like, Halle comes from a 2-parent household, right? She wants that family. She's a Disney princess. She wants the family dream. She wants the white picket fence and the beautiful family, one husband, multiple children. She does not want to be somebody's baby mama. Though she is right now, I still
She
think
said
she will go back.
Sorry, Amberella, but she's basically saying that you said, is he paying her bills? And I think that's what really offended her.
When did I say that?
I don't know.
Because I don't recall saying that. I definitely don't recall saying that. I don't recall saying that. Honestly, I know I did say something about her saying, like, that they should move on. That's just not realistic. We're humans. We see how people operate in everyday life. How many of these celebrities have gone back to the same person 2,000 times, divorced, remarried, had 75 kids? Like, it's just not realistic. And I don't remember what else. I know I said something else.
But if we're going to go by the logic that everyone else is imposing, saying, oh, they're both were toxic, she hit him first. If we're going by that, then there's absolutely no reason why they wouldn't try to work it out.
Exactly.
Thank you. That's pretty much what we're all saying.
Because they're drawn to each other.
Now, if this was a genuine situation where she really did not do anything at all, she didn't say anything at all, she didn't raise her voice, she didn't trigger that man in any kind of way, and he was just so one way, I mean, just smashing her head in. No, I don't think anybody in their right mind would want her to go back to that man. We would want her to press charges.
Exactly.
But being that she did not press charges, and I'm sorry, you put your hands on me like that, and listen, between me and y'all, it's gonna be handcuffs and charges pressed. Because who do you think you is? I don't care if you got $1 billion, $1 trillion. I don't care if you got more dollars than the world itself. You was not gonna put your hands on me and think that we finna be buddy. But that's me personally. I'm taking myself personally out of it. If somebody's not pressing charges, I'm not gonna take the situation to the highest extreme. I'm not. She only did in order. In order. That does not mean anything else unless the state chooses to pick that up. I saw Umbrella said that earlier in the chat. Unless the state says, you know what, even though this is an order, let's pick this up as a case. And that's rare that even happens.
Hey, Lisa.
The thing about it, I had noticed lots of comments in the chat, and I don't say none unless I have to. First of all, it's not being, judgmental to DDJ. Everybody is human. Everybody make mistakes. Everybody is not perfect. We were just saying is DDG, we read his character as he is thirsty been online. He thirsty seeking that viral moment somewhere in his life that he think is okay to post. He think to post his relationship, his kids, and everyday life of what he's doing. But at the same time, we had to also understand this social media stuff is not real. It's an illusion people created for money. We have to acknowledge that. And then not only we have to acknowledge that, you also have to understand we not bashing DDG. Nobody is. So please just get your feelings out the situation equation and understand that everybody have a right to be free to speak on wherever DDG or any other situation or content creator in general. As long as we ain't do it treacherously, as long as we ain't posting it every single day, destroy DDG, we ain't doing that. We just
Lachey,
saying the situation should be better.
I'm gonna interject. Lachey, I'm gonna let you up, but I don't want y'all to like argue. Okay, Umbrella, is that okay if I let her
I
up
would
here?
mean just in case, because I know my
Yeah.
mouth.
And I just saw her say, I said it a couple lives back. It was a joke and jest. I said, I think I did say it maybe a couple lives ago. But if you really like over something a couple lives ago, you are always defending him. I'm coming from what he presents and what I see him doing. He was publicly shaming that woman. He's publicly always trying to diminish her. And it's clear by the stuff that's been released, what she presented, she's always been cowering to him and letting him run roughshod over her. And you're always defending this man.
I don't know, like if you could say I'm always defending somebody. She's only had like maybe 3 DDG lives I've popped up on. And then if I was defending him, I'll post content on my channel and get some DDG lives popping. And if I was really trying to defend him, like the people that are really defending him, I can't even call myself a supporter because I don't stream the music. I don't watch every live. I don't do that. I just speak my perspective. When I think he right, he right. When I think he wrong, he wrong. So I don't agree with everything he do. I don't agree with everything Halle do. And then as far as that is very disrespectful to me for somebody to say, why you riding hard for him? Is he paying your bills? That was the live when LJ said she was saying something about him only getting so many days or something with the babysitting. And I was just like, oh, when did he ever say something? Because he had never said it out his mouth. So I was just asking. I wasn't like trying to check LJ or nothing. I was really asking, like thinking I missed something. And then that's when you was like, why you riding hard for him? And it's just like I can't have an opinion. And then as far as being a love bug and being over here, I was over here subscribed to LJ before she even started doing live shows. So it's like I'm not anti LJ. I'm an extreme supporter. I've been over here a long time. But yeah, as far as DDG go, I was basically started watching him and was following him from him being from my state and liking what he did as far as he got himself up out of the trenches, because I know a lot of people that personally died here, family members and friends, like when his brother got killed. And I've actually rode through the city, been close, not too far from the city. And I know a lot of people, whether it's Detroit or Pontiac, they have actually lost their lives. So I respected the grind and what he did. And that's why I was up on him and, knowing, but I don't condone him hitting her. If that's occurred, I don't condone that. I never condone craziness or aggressive behavior or stalk. I don't care about him streaming with women. Me personally, I don't think that is me. And you was saying, oh, it's tonight, like you was going at me tonight with, oh, the way you was talking, it's not friendly. It comes off as like, it makes me not even want to comment again, because it's like, well, dang, like the choice of words when you like replying to me, and it's like, you might not like, you probably don't like seeing me say these things, but that's why I even was giving him the time of day and keeping up with who he was. And I was really knowing his personality and seeing some of the things he was saying and know people that know him. So I kind of like knew a little bit about the situation. And then Halle, I've never been anti against her. I think she's beautiful. And I think they both got issues. And I think he got some issues he need to work on for sure. But I respond a lot of times to things I got questions about or something that I'm passionate to say or led to say. And that just be what it is. But yeah, the is he paying your bills? Like that really was like, no. I don't know. If you was joking, okay, but and then tonight it's just the way it be worded. And I know I know you really don't like him. You probably been through something similar. I don't know, but yeah, it's like I'm like, dang, come on now. Like, I'm like, dang, does she know who I am?
Well, I
Right.
apologize if I in
Like
any
not
offense.
like I'm somebody, but I mean I'm a
I don't
supporter of like
like how
Storm and
he.
LJ
I
for a
just don't
long
like how
time.
some men treat women, and the examples I see of how he treats Halle rub me the
Hmm.
wrong way. So maybe I probably do go too hard
Yeah, and
and
I
defend
don't
him.
mind
So
seeing
I
those. I don't
apologize.
mind seeing. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't mind seeing those comments about everybody entitled to their opinion for sure. Like I'm don't be trying to argue with nobody, but I know some people gonna do that. But you was a mod, so I'm like, dang, like yeah. But I appreciate the apology. Thanks, LJ, for even like. I was hoping you wasn't gonna like. You
No,
happen to
I
see me and
see
guys
you.
anointed.
I saw you in the chat, and I'm like, okay, maybe she needs to get something off her chest. So I just wanted to make sure that y'all, everybody was just gonna be respectful because
Yeah, yeah.
it is what it is.
I would never come up here arguing. And I
No,
like Quaisha's point of view too. It was something she said that a lot of what she been saying.
I mean,
I
I
like
said
what.
before that I thought you was very disagreeable when it came to DDG. Maybe you just, have
I
a
mean,
different.
it was funny because she was like, yeah, Lachey is the other live. And I'm like, dang, I came in. It wasn't even nothing. I wasn't even like really taken up for. It was before all of this. I was like, I'd be laughing. I'd be like, oh my God. Like, I just, I respect where he came from and what he's doing as with his career wise. And, what I respect that because I've seen people, I got people real close to me. They not here no more. It's crazy in my state. So just that is what I, respected. But yeah.
You feel better, and now it's like you don't got to be no
Huh?
friction. I said as long as it's not going to be any friction or you don't feel some type of way, we all could just agree to disagree.
No.
And it's
Yeah, and I get it. I don't agree with I agree with a lot of what y'all be saying too. And some people I don't agree. It just depends. But oftentimes I try not to be negative. When I try not to drag people a lot. And that's probably why my stuff ain't taking off. I don't like to do that. I like to like highlight the positive of people. And I got a lot of we all got stuff like we got enough stress and stuff. We need stuff, I try to bring the positivity, encouragement, and look at the good side of folks. Because there's something
Absolutely.
wrong with all of us, so that's what I be trying to do. But so if I comment oftentimes, I'm not gonna be dragging. Or I'm
Lachey,
not
I'm
gonna
curious,
be
what negativity that any of us have spoken? I have feel like everybody gave their own honest opinion in some sort of way of how they felt and as well as experience.
no,
So
I'm
what make
not
this
this
being
not
negative?
today. Not today. It's too serious
I'm
now.
not being argument. I'm really calm if you
No,
see
no,
what
no.
I'm
I
doing.
said
I'm
not
just
today.
curious.
I said not today is too serious. I don't think anybody's like negative today. But like in the past when people was coming, for me, a lot of stuff people would be dragging him for to be kind of negative, but it's content, you know. But it'll just be like it'd be small stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then people will just be I get it. I get it. He irritates people. He gets under people's skin. They don't like him. But me, I'm not gonna do it. That's just not. I don't. Oftentimes you got to do something really for me to If you see my comments, they don't be. And everybody's entitled. I don't say nothing. People free to drag. I'm a storm chaser for years. He free to drag. You'll see me sometime like, oh, Storm, that's too much. Oh, I like them. Oh
I
my
agree with
God. Leave T.I. and Tiny alone. Like it's certain people. I just be like,
hold on, boo. Wait a minute, boo. She said we judging him by his character, not where he's from. I agree with that. We only speak on what we see. We don't probably have the same relational connection to him because we're not from Michigan like you. So maybe that's probably
right.
why you feel a little more like that's probably, I don't know, akin to me going up for somebody that's from Brooklyn. So it's not about like where he's from or us seeing.
And not even that, because some people from here probably don't like him as well. Because of, I don't even think that's just the type of person I am. Like, I tend not to do that. And so most
We
platforms I
all
don't
like
have a
DDG.
problem, but, huh?
We all like DDG. We all watch his content. We all joined DDG until he started doing this, started shading Haley. So it doesn't mean that we don't care about DDG
Yeah.
or that we don't give a crap about who he is as a person. We just don't like the way how he messing it up. Him seeing his kid for 3 days and switch it to 6 hours because his foolishness. We
Oh
think
yeah,
he was
Quaisha,
being a
I
great
like
father
what you be
saying a
saying,
lie.
To
and
me, it's just to
I
me, it's
agree
just
with the
about
way, but the way
accountability.
Quaisha, I like the way she just put it. Like that's cool. Like I don't see nothing negative about what you just said because that's just
Well,
true.
you just said people are saying things negative about
Not you,
DDG and don't like it.
not you.
I mean, to
I said
me,
I agree with your perspectives a lot, but some people it's just like
I
not everybody, not all, but some people is just before this situation because this is serious. This different, but
to
it would be
me,
small stuff.
what I would say is with situations like DDG or anything similar to it, it's about accountability. When accountability is not shared or people feel like it's not shared, they're gonna respond. And if it looks like everybody is on one side and they're not being truthful, they're not being balanced, they're not holding people's feet to the fire the way they're supposed to, that's where the dialogue and the back and forth comes from. That's why when I say certain things, you may agree with me, but that's because I'm holding him accountable. If
I
there's
really
a
feel like
don't be
maybe I
way,
paying
just came
attention. I
on too
really don't be
strong
like, I don't really care.
with my
Like,
opposition. And I apologize if I came on too strong with my opposition. I'm just very pro
that's
woman, and I
okay.
don't like how this man is constantly dragging her. Yes, this time now it's more serious, but he's been dragging her for a while. And I genuinely, I still don't agree with a lot of what you said. Um, but I will dial it back and I will be less oppositional. I
It,
guess I'm a Leo, I'm a fire sign.
is it
So I'm a
what is
little
wrong with
oppositional on the
see what I'm saying, y'all?
what's
See
wrong with
what
what
I'm
I said?
saying?
What is the problem? What don't you agree with?
So I use like one of the past lives where it's like I feel like it's not really it's rooted in just simply I guess your perspective
Mhm.
to me. And again, you said you like where he come from. I'm more against his character. He is. I respect his hustle. I respect his grind. He's made
Mm,
it where a lot of us wish we could be. But
Yeah.
constantly, I guess saying like she, I guess putting blame on Halle for some of the things that he's done. Like he's a grown man. That rubbed me
hmm
the wrong way. Some of it like what was one of the things?
I
I'm
know
sorry. I'm
I
trying to think
haven't
because it's been
been.
a
It's like
while.
as of recently that I started commenting about him, like real, extremely recent. And then I know it was like when the kid thing, and that's when I was just like, oh, I agree. Like he needs to see his kid more, and that was my basically my comment because other stuff is kind of like too petty for me to even care about.
Mm-hmm.
The little stuff he was doing, I seen him take up for her, but people a lot of times don't cover that. His supporters are people that rock with him might cover that or but I seen him like, hey, stop. Y'all need to leave her alone. She postpartum or whatever. I see stuff like that. The positive things he do, I see he doesn't get any the positive time he spend with his son and they say he just want to spend time with his son for content and it's like, nah. I mean it's possible it's a slim possibility, but it's like no. There are some dads that really want to be around their kid and his family and say he really misses him bad when he not around. He don't post his son that much. Like he was even saying, like I haven't seen this. His son don't be on there that much. If it was like that, it's like every time, every single time he gonna be on there because he go live every day. You gonna see him. I don't watch him. I don't have time for that, and it's not my type of content. I'm over here with LJ Storm, Armand, but he go live every day. You don't see the baby every day, so it's just like, and a lot of time he's busy commentating on other stuff. So I feel like he really love his son. Like that's some people get a baby. I've seen some guys really get attached and fight for custody and go crazy. I've seen that's a real thing. And
Yeah,
then
but
they
then two things can be true at the same time, though. Not to cut you off, Lashaya. Two
hmm
things can be true at the same time. What you see versus what some of us see are two different things. Because we see before the aftermath. You see the aftermath. We see him talking all that smack for hours and hours on live, and clips of him of going off and calling Halle everything but a child of God, and being subliminal about it, trying to be sneaky, thinking that somebody being stupid. And then on what you seeing is the after the fact, after the fans have been in her comment section, after the fans been attacking her left and right. Oh, well, you
I
guys need
didn't.
to
I didn't know. I didn't know
stop
he
saying
was doing
free
that.
Halo. That was way hours, days sometimes after the fact of him doing the thing. DDG has a tendency to throw rocks at glass houses, and then when it gets put back on him, then it's woe, it's me. So that's why I'm saying there's a level of accountability that DDG and a lot of men like him online, they don't get, because they want to play this sweet mama card. Oh, well, you know, woe is me. I just want to be there for my son. But there's a way to do that. There are some real dads out here they're not gonna cry about it. They're gonna get down to business, roll their sleeve up. What is it that you need me to do? And I'm gonna do that. My cousin, perfect example. Him and his baby mama can't get along for nothing. But one thing I will say, he will make sure that he goes to work, he communicates, and he makes sure that he be about his business about his son. Period. So it's the fact that some people who coddle DDG, it's a lot of coddling going on.
Yeah, and I don't want to come off like that, because I'm the type, if I see something that's wrong with you, I would want to advise you on that. Like, you need to fix that and fix that. If I had a conversation with him ever, I'd have tips and advice. I don't know if it's too late, but I'm that type. I'm not gonna know if I see flaws or see something you need to correct or something not cool. I'm not gonna not say that to you. Like, that needs to be said.
But from my understanding, because y'all know sometimes I be in the bushes. I don't be seeing everything. But that's kind of how it comes off. It comes off like coddling. And we all know the love bugs, we don't coddle. Lord knows we don't coddle. We drag trolls for less. So it's like, it's just like when we trying to hold them accountable and we hear somebody in the chat or expressing their opinion, which we all have our own different opinions. We're not a monolith here. We all can agree to disagree at times. And sometimes I agree, sometimes I disagree with everybody here. But I still got love for everybody. I still got respect for everybody. It's just sometimes it comes off like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, DDG, I'm sorry you going through this and you having such a rough time. And it's like, all you had to do was just not do that. If you didn't do that, we wouldn't be doing this. If you would just stay off
I'm not.
and relax.
I'm not a coddler, but I am a sit back, watch, see what plays out. I do research heavy, and I do kind of hold my tongue before I speak on a situation. So I can just be like, oh, I can't even really give an opinion on what just all went down, but I don't got time to coddle
Let's say
him.
my observation throughout every live that Lil Jones have posted, which is never ended great content. When we start talking about DGG and Halle whole situation, you had comment and made several different comments saying what about DGG in different ways. In a way informed to us that is cuddling DDG in his wrong. And at the same time, instead of asking him why you do that, why you made that mistake, why you made that diss track to Halle, why you put your son out there when Halle was already put her son out there.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know she wasn't ready to put him. I didn't know she. Yeah.
Well, I mean, also she was hiding her pregnancy, even though we could clearly tell. I mean, that part. Talk about gaslight, girl. We all saw the nose spread. We saw the facial change. We like
everything.
Halle,
Yeah.
unless somebody done boxed you in the nose, your nose should not be spread that wide, honey. What happened? You must be pregnant.
Really tried
No,
to
I'm
gaslight
not
us with that.
pregnant. Oh, I'm not pregnant. DDG posting ultrasounds. No, I'm not pregnant. He's just joking. He's just joking. Halle, why you not on the red carpet? It's your first big blockbuster movie. I'm not pregnant. A couple weeks later, around Christmas time, ta-da, a baby. Like it's like.
Oh, don't forget before that he had the baby in the video.
That
Still trying to say there was no baby.
Oh,
Like he's been doing a lot. And even now after the court order, he still has his friends and family sending the masses after Halle when there's supposed to be a gag order on him. But because he can't speak, he's using everybody else to speak on his behalf. So it's like,
And
again,
I
the
peeped
throwing the
that
rocks,
too.
hiding the hands, and then he's always. Again, I apologize if I offended you. I just do feel like you protect and coddle him in a way by always. I do
Mm-mm.
feel like you defend him a lot.
I just don't
I do.
like. I just don't like commenting on the obvious sometimes. Like I'm not
Also,
gonna come
your
in here and
opinion is
hear and
valid, Shay. So if that's
I just don't.
that's your opinion, that's your opinion.
Yeah, I don't think it's coddling, but sometimes I just don't. I like coming in, and that's a lot of people that I do. It's not just DDG. It's a lot of people. Like when I comment, like I'm not just gonna be. It's negative for me to focus on. Oh, why he do that? Why he do that? Why he do that? And I don't know. Like, and it's not even that many. I probably commented about him probably a good 12 comments, and it's recent. Like as of this year maybe.
No, it's been like that for a minute, but okay.
Yeah, it's not
But
that
really
many
quick.
lives. It gets like really blown out proportion. It's not that many lives.
Okay, the
It's
really quick
really
truth.
about.
Let me just
I
respond to
think
what
I
you were
had to
saying.
call in when LJ Brother was on, and then I commented like that show. I think that's when it all started.
So
Was that
you
live? But it's getting
saying that
almost blown out of
everybody thinks
proportion.
you
Like
are
I'm like
better?
#1 fan. Like no, I'm not.
We're
I
not
just
talking
have a
about
couple of.
anything from proportion. We try to see why is the simple situation, which is LJ's channel, is all about Halle and DDG. We love Brother Jones on here. Nobody got drama about Brother Jones. But at the end of the day, we are talking about Halle and we talk about DDG. Why are you keep on taking DDG side while Halle is going through the victim being, I don't like to say the word, but abuse.
I don't
Well,
have a side.
what I was gonna say, but also you guys, she didn't know the back and forth on both sides, so that's why I say
Didn't I don't keep
respectfully,
up with
that was
that. I
just
don't.
her. I'm just saying like that was just her opinion at the
Like my
time. I'm pretty
comment was
sure
really towards
it would
like the
change.
co-parenting thing. You know what I'm saying? My comment is toward the
Yeah,
co-parenting thing.
it's just a
Yeah, and
difference
I
of opinion.
I was very sad to see the co-parenting thing with the baby. Like I was commenting towards that, like he should, see his baby more, like that, But
Okay, let's
the
interject. There was
comments, if he's really wrong,
Can I
hold up,
respond to
y'all.
that?
No, let me interject right
Okay.
quick. So I think
Absolutely.
the other time was when I was talking about Halle being not liking that he was streaming with so many women. Oh, I remember I was on commentary
yes,
on him saying that he wanted to sleep with one of the girls, and I was like, oh my god, like we was going off because I'm like, I was feeling for Halle, like
that
yo, she's postpartum. I know she's not gonna like this. We're just very adamant, like no, it's just for content. They're both on the same page. I don't
right.
believe feel some type of way, and we just let bygones be
Yes,
bygones. But you were really
yeah.
advocating for it as if you had like some proof, because you was like, I'm not gonna say it yet. I'm just gonna let it come out. And then fast forward, Dove is crying on the stream saying Halle wasn't ready for him to move on. She didn't like seeing him with other women. So none of us really knows what's going on behind the scenes. We're all just
Yeah, I was just like, I just got a strong intuition about things, but not as far as her caring about the content. It was about them maybe still liking each other and being them feelings, which I was kind of correct on that. Not about her really caring. I just was like, for me, I wouldn't care. And you was like, I would, but everybody is different. So I know a lot of people who don't go backwards and don't care, but everybody's different. And some people still had their feelings, and I was like, okay, she's young. She probably will have her feelings. But that was the beginning of it for me. That was when I commented and then called in. And then I think the next time was about the kid. When he couldn't get the baby or whatever. He went live about that. It got to be something kind of serious. The small stuff is just like, and then this is kind of sad. I really don't have opinion. I'm not on DDG side because this is a court document. Like I'm kind of on nobody's side. It's messing me up in the head. Like that's messed up. That's messed up for Halo. That's not good. It's not good for Halle, Halo, DDG. This is an awkward situation. That's terrible. Courted. That's why DDG didn't want to involve the courts, but he should have. I don't want to get the courts involved. That's messy trying to handle it. And look, no, like you too
You just
jealous,
defend DDG like several times, but keep going.
huh?
I mean, I mean, to me though, had he got the courts involved, it would have ended up in the exact same way that it ended up anyway. Because The dude got too. I mean, I'm sorry. Like we all know, courts is like dealing with a job application. You can't have too many spots on your application. It's got to be as clear as daylight. And unfortunately for that man, he ran his mouth too much. He ran his mouth too much. He did way too much, and it was gonna make him look bad regardless. Like regardless if he would have put in first or she would have. He's went too far. I feel like the moment they broke up, they should have had a lawyer involved, an attorney, signed document. This is what we're going to do. That way, it didn't involve the
That's
courts,
what I
and they can
feel.
hold
But if
and
I
they can
say it
hold
by
themselves
my name being
accountable.
Lachey T, I'm gonna get, oh, you taking up for him. That's what I be saying. But when I comment, it's like, oh, this Lachey, so she's taking up for him. And I just be
But
commenting, or she want him, or she like him. It's crazy. I say the same thing a lot of everybody else say. And then I compliment Haley, and that gets no attention. None.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, ain't got nothing. Oh, she talking good for Haley.
I didn't know.
That gets no light.
Okay,
So this
it
is my
doesn't seem
parenting
like
thing again.
wait, I don't want to keep doing this. It's starting to get on my nerves. It doesn't seem like we're really getting anywhere. I love y'all. I love everybody on this panel. I'm gonna go. It's not really getting anywhere. It seems like whatever anybody says, there's a rebuttal for it. I don't think that we could just agree to disagree. Everybody doesn't have to have the same opinions. And Lachey definitely has been here
Exactly.
for a long time. These are my mods. I care about all of y'all. We don't have to agree, and it's okay. So maybe just moving forward, some of us will try to be a little more sensitive when we are agitated at opinions or the hot takes that some of us give. And we're just gonna move on. I can't keep doing this. I gotta go. I love y'all.
All right, bye.
Love
Good
you,
night,
LJ.
everybody.
Love y'all.
Make sure
Have a good
y'all like
night.
and smash and share this video, or I'm gonna hunt y'all dreams. Bye.
Okay, y'all. All right, I'm gonna go. We're gonna wrap this up because that just wasn't really getting me where we wanted to go. It's just I don't know. I tried to get a little resolve. I hope it helped at least a little bit. But Jesse, I don't want it to turn into anything that could have went somewhere that we don't really need to go. Showbiz Her Be Heard. Don't let nobody play in your face. Life is a movie. You're starring in it. The world is a stage. You are at the center. This whole situation with DDG and Halle Bailey is so unfortunate. It is super unfortunate. We're gonna keep following it and see what's gonna come from it. I think Storm is live. I think he is. Let me see. I feel like no, well, Dane is still live. I feel like Storm was live. So if you want to, you can hop on over to Dane Calloway. I'm just here to make you think. And I will see you guys mañana. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. And it's all love. It's all love. Later.